Okay, I gotta turn off all the video and sound on that.
Yeah, I'm checking with the devs really quick as yeah, yeah, I'm just working some stuff out.
Ooh, I gotta change this.
So Ash,
Hmm?
if you go to the on Arealm on the effects tab, you can change the size of yourself, and then you can put yourself in one of these little windows.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
wait, hold on. I'm on roll 20 right now.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Oh, my webcam picture is frozen. Okay, well, whatever. And then over on roll 20, one thing you're going to want to do is hit the when you get into the game. Are you in the game already?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a gear icon for settings, and scroll way down to the bottom where it says I want to broadcast to others and I want to receive from others. You want to set those both to nothing and then hit reconnect. Otherwise, we'll be sending video and audio in two different channels, which is a bad idea.
I know. How do I change my character to my picture? In roll 20.
I think that's up to the DM.
What was the question again? Apologies.
Yeah, I think the DM still has to add us to the game.
On roll 20 or
Yeah, on roll 20, we're looking for our characters. That's all.
okay.
It's all good. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, in the on Discord in the Arealm chat, sent you a picture of my character.
Awesome. Thank you. Just a moment.
Runan or Runin or Runan?
Running
Runin. If okay, I see two pictures of you, so that's kind of confusing.
on A Realm.
Yeah, one of them's frozen.
Yeah, I see it too. I see that I'm frozen. I don't know what to do about it.
Anyway, I was gonna say if you move your character down a little bit, you could do what I did. I'd like align the name with the wood. See, that's how you do it. Oh no, have like the text with align with the wood.
Running, run on. I probably speak in run on sentences. Yeah, my camera's frozen. What do I do? Well, maybe if I turn it off,
Um,
then I turn it on. Maybe that'll reboot it. No, weird.
You could try leaving the room and then joining back.
that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, there's a
but what
bit of
if
a
I wanted
cat
to?
situation. I'll be right back.
A bit of a cat situation.
Hey, Genie. What do you want?
Where? What? How do I leave the room? You just close it.
Yeah, I think if you just close the application.
All right,
And
I'll reboot it.
okay, I'm so sorry. There was I was reading 2 or 3 other things when what was the question again about Roll20? About characters getting in the game?
Oh, yeah, I just don't see my, like, token on it.
Oh, in Roll20 or in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not brought it in yet. Give me just a moment. I will assign character sheets for both of you.
Wait, do I need to send you, like, my character sheet or anything?
Not necessarily. As long as you just link it, you can just put it in Discord Arealm chat, Arealm Discord, just so I can pull it up on have a tab of it. But no, you don't need to.
It didn't remember my stuff. That's terrible. It do that to me.
Oh no! Did it delete your character?
No, it remembered there was a character, so I don't think it lost the. Yep, it remembered the stuff I've added. It just didn't remember my little costume settings. It's no big deal.
Okay.
I can put my hat back on.
All right. So I'm gonna make a character for Ashwind, or a character sheet. So you should see at the top of the journal, the menu, the horizontal menu, at the top right of the screen in Roll20. The newspaper-looking thing is the journal. If you click on that, that should show your character sheets. I just made one for Ash. You should be able to see and edit. And I'm going to go ahead and make another one.
Ah.
Runnin, is Duang your Discord name?
I am Scheherazade.
Okay.
Wait, should I,
I mean Roll20. What's your Roll20 name?
Also Scheherazade.
Okay.
Although, as a character, it's Runnin. I've changed myself to Runnin as a display name.
Ah, copy that. Gotcha. That is what I need, a display name. Yeah, between Roll20 and Discord and nicknames and display names and account names, it gets super confusing as a GM.
So many names.
Yeah, I know.
Runnin.
I've
always running behind.
Well, I've just got to put an exclamation point in his name then.
Runnin.
All right, let me go ahead and download y'all's tokens.
Cool, there it is. So Ash, you can drag your character onto the map now, and you'll have a token.
yeah.
Once
you just grab your name and drag it onto the map.
Once I assign it, I'm still downloading them both.
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks like it's there already.
On its way. Oh, does it? Weird.
And then, although this never worked before, Ash, what you need to do when you're rolling, like initiative and stuff, if it ever happens, assuming there's ever a roll, you click on your token in Roll20, and then you go to your sheet, and you do whatever you're going to roll, and it knows how to connect it. Whoa, I'm huge!
Yeah, fix that.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm gigantic.
Wait a minute.
He's still assigning it. We can't click on it yet.
Lefty's left eye twitches nervously.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're getting some of last game. For some reason, I'm having trouble finding. Alright,
Chair is too squishy. Ah. So what's that box on the left with the potions? Is that where the DM is supposed to sit?
On Arealm?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so.
Like it's sort of your box.
Put me in a box.
Don't put you in a box.
Yeah, you're
Don't
right though. It
box
does
me
sort of fit really well right there, doesn't it? Awesome.
Ah, the one of the characters is cut off from the DM.
Alright, let's
There
see
we go.
here. For some reason, I'm having trouble assigning this token to Ashwand. What's your... Oh, there it is. Ashwind. Sorry, not Ashwand. That was my problem. Alright, now you should, if it, oh, you can upload, you should be able to upload your own avatar to the character sheets in Roll20. Just the same tokens you linked into chat, like Ashwin did. And you both should have your token assigned now. So if you grab, left click and drag the name off the journal, and or check the tokens on the screen, see if you can control them.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. Let's see here. I am... well, it's just going to be the three of us. One of us had a difficulty and is not going to be able to join and play with through the app. Yeah, we'd have to jump off the app entirely.
So there's the other player can't join?
Yeah, well, there was one other player. There were 6 total players who had signed up for today. And I am messaging with one of them. One of them's not going to be able to join us because they don't have a... Arealm just won't work for them. And,
Nonsense.
yeah.
Oh, I look like Shrek right now.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know, I think it's pretty fun, and as it gets, they keep dialing in just a bunch of the features. I haven't, they had a whole character creation where, you could make, well, instead of having to enter everything manually, like you do if you want to actually
nice.
put a
Yeah,
character
I entered
in.
a few things just to see how it worked.
Yeah, yeah. But you can enter as much or as little as you want. We can, use Roll20 for the rolls. We can, I'm fine with too if just rolling using the dice box on Arealm and then doing the math. 6th level isn't crazy.
All good. I'd like to have one more player. It's too bad we don't have one more player. But this is what you get for having it be free. You need to make people pay so they show up.
Well, this is the one game that I run a week or every 2 weeks that for free. So yeah, I've definitely noticed a big difference. But because of... That's okay, I'm excited anyway. I often run this as a level 0 character funnel kind of thing, where I have everybody make 3 level 0 characters, and they just play whichever one survives,
Yeah.
And so that can be pretty fun, but as a one-shot, I think it'll be more satisfying to start at a higher level. And
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Alright, I'm still chatting with another character. I'm going to briefly turn my mic off real quick. I've got a snack over here, and I'm chatting with another player, getting my notes prepared, and we'll be ready to start here in like 5 or 10 minutes, if that's alright with you all.
Sure, man.
Yeah. And then I'm down to go till about 9 o'clock Central, my time. Oh, shit.
Good.
Okay.
Hey, other player I don't know.
Hello there. Say, don't you work in my smithy?
Well, actually, indeed I do.
Get back to work. What are you doing in the market? I thought I had you working the bellows.
Sir, yes, sir. I'm sorry.
If I get back to the forge and the fire's gone out, your head.
Well, sir, isn't my job to put out the fire?
What did you do?
No, you cast air into the fire to make it blow harder. In a
Sir, I
forge,
think I have somewhere to be. I don't think I can be around for this whole head chopping thing. I have somewhere to be. Bye bye.
in a blacksmith shop, at a forge, there's a huge bellows. It's like those things that like blow air that you like opening close like an accordion air.
Yes.
They have a big one of those at a forge, and you pump the bellows and it stokes the fire. It's like going on the fire. But that's why I hired you, because you can do way better than that with your wind gusts and such. What is that?
Hello.
All right, let's see. What about this armor? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. I like to.
Hello.
I have pretty wide shoulders.
Hello.
I'm so broad in the shoulders. I have trouble with door.
Hello.
Kidding, I just wear a fancy necklace. No, I wear this. No, I wear this. What is that? No, I like this one.
Hello.
Oh, cool. We have somebody else.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Kilo.
Hello.
Ginger.
I was trying to change the color of my beard, but it's not. It doesn't really change. I mean, it changes like a little bit.
What in the fuck are you not
What color should
understanding?
my
You
beard
cannot
be?
play,
Should it be
dude.
a little bit blue, a little bit red,
I vote a little bit.
orange, white. I like the blue. You call me Bluebeard.
I don't
No, I
think
work
they
in
call
the
you
forge.
Bluebeard.
I work in the forge. I'm gonna have a reddish beard.
Okay then. I don't know how to link my character sheet. If that's a problem, it seems like a problem.
No, so here, let's go check it out. So go to Roll20.
Well, hold your horses, sir. Okay, I'm in roll 20.
When you click on your token, can you move it?
Yeah.
Let me see you move it. Okay. So, like I'm running around you, haha. Okay, so click on your dude, and then go over to D&D Beyond, and just roll a die, and let's see if it rolls. I will also do this as a test. It will be my investigation roll.
What do I click to do that? Oh, die. And I will click D. Wait, what do I do? Huh?
Okay, so let's have you. What do you want to roll first?
I just roll a D20.
No, roll like a strength check or something. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So go on your sheet. Let's have you just do something random like Arcana. So hold your cursor over the Arcana, over that number on the right, and you see that little die, the B that lights up.
Yeah.
Click that.
Okay.
And now let's watch if it actually rolls in Roll20. So my rolls came through. Are you getting a roll?
They rolled on my screen,
Okay.
but on the D&D Beyond page.
Right. And there it is.
Oh, it did go through. Look.
Yeah, see? You rolled Arcana.
Ah, we're good then. Never mind.
Although you rolled a A 2.
I'm not very good for it. Here, let me roll dexterity.
Yeah, that should roll pretty high for you. What's that? A dexterity saving throw or a dexterity check? If you're in the saving throw area, there you go. So it's a little slow. I think Arealm is actually slowing everything down a little bit.
Oh,
Oof,
that was not.
you rolled a 1. Okay, but
I rolled
here's
a
one
5.
more thing. Here's one more. Well, you rolled a 1 and you get a +4. So that's why it's red, is because you rolled a 1. So check this out. On roll 20, hold it over. Let's say you were gonna be on attack. Like, go to your actions, and to the left of all of your attacks, like if you had a weapon, like unarmed strike. Okay. If you see the little fist, don't roll it yet. Just hold the cursor over. You see how it's the die with the B?
Yeah.
Now hold down Shift, and it changes to a plus.
Mhm.
That's when you're rolling with advantage. That'll roll 2 rolls and give you the better roll. And if you're at disadvantage, you hold down Control, and it turns to a minus. And that'll roll 2 rolls and give you the worst roll. Cool?
Okay.
So that's how you do advantage and disadvantage with roll 20. And yeah, you're
It's
connected.
very laggy.
It's super laggy. I think it's Arealm is definitely eating up the processor on our computers. I mean, I have a Mac Pro, and it was laggy on mine.
I have a.
You have a slower computer, Miles. You have the.
Talk to you like
that.
an hour and a half.
Is that a roll that just came through?
A minute or two. Thank you.
So one thing the only thing you can do to help it is close everything you don't need. So if you have, I don't know what else you would have open, but if you have anything open, you can close it. Like I'm closing my Apple Mail.
I mean, I have the quick reference thing, but.
No, that won't take up anything. It's still the browser. So in the browser, you can have the couple things open. What's really making it slow, I mean, even closing Discord would be good if we didn't need it.
But I feel like we should do. I mean, Arealm works really well, but I feel like
Yeah.
besides the lag, but I feel like a call on Discord would be good.
Yeah, well, I think we're partly testing out Arealm for. I think maybe there's a relationship here with the DM. Oh, look at that!
What?
Look at Arealm now.
Whoa! Holy!
Oh, dang!
So yeah, we should be able to just move our windows to the side, and I think you should have, if you've made character sheets, you should be able to drag them onto the map.
What character sheets?
Or no, maybe it just has it's just going to use your, interesting.
I added my stats that I could add.
Okay. Yeah, this must have been a change. It used to be that it would put down a token. This changed to putting down our screens on the map. That's new. Do you all have, on your screen, if you look at it, do you have any buttons on the map window screen itself, like a 2D button or
No.
anything like that?
No.
Huh. Okay.
No, I mean, I can turn off. If I turn off my camera, I appear to have a token.
Right. Okay.
So I guess the idea is now that's my token.
I guess so.
Wait, I'm gonna shorten my character
Okay. I am.
so that I fit in a square.
How come I have these black lines next to me? Look at that.
I now fit in a square.
Yep.
Very good.
I'm checking out the wares at this shop.
right, this is an entirely new. Okay, see, man, this is trouble. It was like the last update. Some things, at least the map seemed to be a lot more smooth. You had an option of tokens, and you could bring in tokens from out of the game. I could assign different tokens to players, and it looked like it was easier for me to bring in. Strange. Yeah, I really wanted to play with this, but it's some of the menus have changed and stuff too. Interesting.
This is very cool and mildly confusing at the same time, but mostly cool.
Yeah.
Whoa. I wish I could use the arrow keys to move it, but this is good.
Okay.
Wait, so are we gonna be playing on Arealm, or are we gonna be like playing on Roll20?
We're gonna use Roll20 as a backup and just play on on Arealm if we can. Usually I do like 2.5 hour sessions, but that's why I made this a 3-hour session in case there was some troubleshooting, or plus for a free session, usually I'll have players straggle in, like somebody will come in like 20 minutes after the game session starts and stuff like that. So I usually leave the first little while to like get technical things worked out, get all the players together, and stuff like that. I'm actually waiting to hear back from one more player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind just playing 2, but I do like it if there's about 3 players minimum. I think it works better, personally.
Dad,
Gotcha.
if you lower the helmet, it becomes like a mask.
Oh, totally. I'm going to do that. Let's see here. Adjust.
Oh, how did you get that?
It's lower down. It's one of the lower down ones.
On what?
In the helmets.
Whoa. There's a bunch more stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
need to
if you
make that
lower
thing
the one
bigger.
at the top, the one that with like the things that becomes a mask.
Yeah, it's cool. I love how my beard is sticking out the bottom.
It's like a COVID mask with everyone with the beard. Ugh, I don't like this hat. This makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like the antlers are cool, but the actual part on your head looks really silly.
Hi.
You look like a Star Trek, like a Star Trek character.
What do you mean, bro? I'm a Bond villain. This.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, you look evil. I don't understand why there's a black set of lines next to me.
I think that's the border. It's just showing you where the border is, or.
But Ash doesn't have it.
Oh, huh. Yeah, you're right.
I don't need no border. I'm unstoppable.
Nice.
It's a bug.
I like how you're wearing that crown, Ash. That looks awesome.
It's a little bit like Bane.
That's super Bane-like. That's awesome. Very creative.
Yeah, lower it. Oh, nope, took it off. My bad.
So,
How
yeah,
do
if y'all are okay, yeah, I'd like to just play with this a little bit for a while, and if it becomes too system intensive for anybody or anything like that, we can switch over.
We're good. We're good with whatever, man. We're here.
Okay.
And I will say that it is system intensive. I mean, I'm on a pretty solid laptop. I have a MacBook Pro, and when I'm rolling on D&D Beyond, it took a minute to come through. It's pretty laggy.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't have a very good computer. I mean, it's a ThinkPad, but it's fairly slow. But it's running this pretty well.
Interesting. Okay. As far as, yeah, you can just roll from your character sheets as far as dice and stuff. I do a lot of rolls behind the screen. I'll probably use Arealm dice boxes for any, like, public die rolls. Yeah, just for fun because I want to check it out and helping some folks out with yeah, just sort of troubleshooting and figuring out this app. They want to. It's pretty open. Like if you apparently there's some options if you know much about it to add your own sort of 3D models and stuff for like the costumes and different things like that. I don't know anything about that stuff though. That's not my geek.
I'll tell you one thing they should do though is there should be a way to minimize the chat window in the right. There's no reason for it to have to stay. Oh, I mean, it's taken up what, about a fifth of the screen?
Yeah, good call. Yeah.
Okay, so you can turn off showing your name if you don't want your name.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't get why this has to stay open.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it either. That is a good bit of feedback. So, all right. So, yeah. How much D&D have y'all played?
I played a good amount.
Cool. What about you, Ashwand?
Not very much.
Cool.
But I do enjoy it.
He's really just started with it. I mean, we played a one-shot a little bit ago, and it was awesome.
Okay.
And I've introduced him to like the beginning of D&D a number of times.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We've like had some false starts, but enough to get a feel for it. But then the one-shot was his first real game, and he was a natural, man. He played better. I DM a game once a week, and we have lots of conversations about D&D, and I was telling him about some of the stuff he did, and he played more creatively than a lot of players I've seen in one-shots.
Awesome. I'm excited. So you all both have your characters squared away on Beyond?
Yep.
All right, cool. And you all already linked me your characters in private messages, right?
Ash, did we send him yours?
Yeah, go ahead and link him in Arealm Discord if you would, please.
So what you do, Ash, is you go in D&D Beyond, click on Manage next to your name.
Okay.
And then over on the right, there's a menu. Scroll down, and there's a shareable link. And you just copy that. It'll give you a button where you can copy the link. You got it?
Wait, hold on. It's loading.
Oh, it's slow. Yeah, man. Arealm is intense. I play on Astral Tabletop, which is somewhat intensive, and it has been an issue for some of the slower laptops of my players. But man, this one is really making the screen crank. Okay. I wonder if I turn off video, if that makes a big difference.
I clicked manage. What do I?
Okay, so over on the right, scroll down that menu, and there
Shareable link.
Yep. And you can just copy. It'll have a button to copy it, and you can just paste it into Discord for him.
All right.
Cool.
Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna play with my video off for a little bit just to see if it speeds up the play.
Copy that, no problem. I'm just gonna open those character sheets up on another tab real quick.
Mine's a little higher up in the chat, but it should. Oh, I might have done it privately.
You did. Yeah, I found it. No worries. Running in Ashwind.
How do I turn my camera off? I'm gonna try that too.
Do you see how to do it?
No, I did a weird thing with the full screen.
If you go to
Oh, I see.
Oh, there's a button. There's a button right there. You can just.
Yeah,
it's
it should be at the bottom of the screen.
It's a thing with full screen. It's bugging for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, did you do the square ratio thing?
I do, yeah.
Mine is not checked. What is that?
I don't see a whole lot of difference.
No, it messed up my camera completely. All right, whatever.
That must be what it is. Just your camera box shape, maybe.
All right, so I'm gonna play with camera off just for a bit. I know you want camera on. That's cool. Let's just see if it speeds up our computers.
That's cool, yeah.
All right.
Well, the map isn't lagging as bad.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, Mr. DM,
Mm-hmm.
I run a blacksmithery in this town.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's a city or a town.
It is a big
And
city, yeah.
It's a city. So
Mhm.
Ashwind is my apprentice. He's come to learn the blacksmith trade, but he's actually a monk whose parents were killed.
Well,
Oh.
actually, I think I should better take over here
Yeah,
before
you can explain your background.
Okay.
Absolutely. Shoot.
Who is doing? Are they playing too? In the Discord?
Oh, they're looking at the fact that you posted a character sheet, and they're asking, "Are we using Beyond?" In the, yeah, DM's gonna handle him.
Anyway, I guess I'll tell you my storyline.
Yeah, please do.
So, basically, I was in Arcola, which is a very cruel town, and it's actually mostly home to Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents were also I forgot how to pronounce it.
Nazi?
Ganazi.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were actually exiled. So I was forced to flee, and I lived with my aunt and uncle in this town, who live in a mountain near this town.
Mm-hmm.
And they are Ganassi monks.
Cool.
And so I kind of adopted their ways of life
Mm-hmm.
into my own. But so I came to this town searching for a job and a place to live, and I was taken under the wing of Runnin Mornalis, and yes, Mornelis, and I am now his apprentice.
Awesome.
Yes, and I was a failed merchant. I tried, as a forge cleric, I had sought how to get. I think I went a little beyond my pay grade, trying to get some really rare minerals and artifacts and find really interesting stuff, and I found it to be very expensive. I couldn't pay the people I was with, and ultimately I just gave up on the whole venture and just settled into being a blacksmith, working the forge, trying to earn enough money to get back out there and find more valuable stuff that I can get in town. And of course, one day I saw this fellow Genasi. I'm an Earth Genasi.
Okay.
But I saw this Genasi, and we talked, and he was looking for some job, and I hired him up. He's perfect for the bellows. I don't need a bellows anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, I can also levitate the heavier equipment, such as the anvils.
Oh, that's handy.
The best thing is when I have a big order, I can get it all in one box, and he can cast levitate on it, and we can just kind of push it to the player, and then drop it off at their doorstep.
Yeah, and loading and unloading wagons is a cinch.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Great. This guy's the best.
You can even work on the side, probably getting tips from people who work on the same craft street, because there's all different sorts of metal workers on the street where you work your forge.
Yes, indeed.
And some of them are a little bit older and a little bit less firm and need a little bit more help, but they're also maybe a little bit more established, so they've got a little bit extra coin, so you all probably at this point are sort of just valuable community members, at least particularly among like the street of smiths.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I was taking him I was actually taking him to the market today to start showing him how to tell the difference between quality metals and inferior metals. I was going to show him the kind of stuff that's being sold, and dream about things we can't quite afford yet, but that one day we would wish to have.
Absolutely. There are definitely a number of different, sort of all over the square, here and there, there's different types of weapons being sold. Mostly what you have out in the main area of the square are just some carts, blankets, stalls, and awnings or small tents. And it's a lot of small hand weapons, but then spears, quarterstaffs, and such like that. But there is also I'm just going to put my face on it because these maps won't, I don't know how to ping. So this building underneath underneath me is he's an arms seller. His name is, you're probably familiar with him. He's a very successful merchant. His name is Mildren. He sells weapons, arms, and armor. He doesn't make anything himself, obviously. He trades and sells it. So he might be one of the best examples, or some of the wares that you find there. And then there's all manner of various levels of craft and that you'll sort of find at the blankets and tents in the main square. And you decided, to take them on a market day where there'll be a lot of extra merchants and a lot of people come in from outlying areas and lay down at the very least just a blanket and sell some of their wares. And so you found absolutely shoddy works to very simple but very serviceable, to some very finely crafted, and also especially in Mildred's shop, a few pieces that are very well decorated with silver and gold filigree and such like that, and a blank plate where one might have their initials or their house sigil carved.
Well, that's some lovely work there.
Thank you. This is Joreth, from the family of the same name. He's yes, come from a long line of bladesmiths, and yes, I'm happy to carry his work. I see you know something of blades. Mildred is an older human, maybe early 60s, with a sort of steel gray hair pulled back, a very severe ponytail, and he's wearing, not necessarily silks, but linens and fine wools. He's got a white sort of blousy shirt, a vest over it, snug breeches, and well polished, knee high boots.
Yes. I'd love to get my hands on some of that finely crafted. I love the engraving on this armor. It's really excellently done. You'll have to, if you ever have time, I'd like to see how you did that.
Oh, it wasn't my work. No, as I said, it was Joreth and his family. If you've heard the name at all, you know, 4 generations of master smiths, and in fact, I've been called on more than once to produce arms or armor for the royal family.
Oh, that sounds quite lucrative.
I thought you meant Dorothy was in the shop there.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's okay.
He sort of points as if to indicate across town.
Oh, I'll have to make a stop at Doris then. I hadn't run across him.
I'd say you should. He's, I believe he's on the northern side of town. And there's a small, one of the main, smithing streets is the area where you work. And it's sort of near the docks and the rivers and such like that. But on the northern side of town, there's a smaller, and it's mostly like there's like goldsmiths and silversmiths and such like that in that area. There's only a few blacksmiths, and you're fairly certain that's the area that he's talking about.
And so I'm looking around this shop
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
And it's armor and it's weapons and
Yeah.
but there's not just like raw materials, right?
No, not here. And you haven't found much in the way of pure raw materials in the market square. Although you did find one very nice cart as a pop-up awning and such with it, who had different stocks, small just bars and small plates of different types of metal. He even had some small samples of more precious metals. And he's not even selling anything here because he doesn't have enough, stock. He is representing it's a very, very young seeming, but it's hard to tell. He's very, very, very dark skinned. He's very quick spoken, not furtive or anything like that. Just like he just talks very, very quickly, and he seems to be representing a a trading vessel that's in port, that's trading metals from further up across the coast and up another river where there's some dwarven lands, some of the western mountains. And so you find several samples of very good material, and he's obviously selling. It's like you don't pay him necessarily. He's offering to essentially like to negotiate a meetup and an exchange. He's like, well, so here's the materials. How much would you want? Here's where we would meet. Do you have a wagon, or would you need to borrow mine? That sort of stuff.
Where would that be?
That's up. I'm going to bring my character sheet over it. This stall here.
My cursor is drawing lines, and I don't know why.
Well, the good news is at least you have a black box around you now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's drawing lines. I don't know if you can see them.
I can't.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't even...
Very strange.
Every time I click Q, it makes a line.
Okay.
Oh yeah, me too. That must be how you measure.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah, but I can't get rid of it. I can't close it.
Can you hit Q again?
Yeah, but whenever I hit Q, it just
Oh, that's
makes
right.
the line
Makes-
like permanent.
Okay, there's got to be another one that clears it. So maybe
Left click. Left click does it for me.
Nope. I'm stuck making lines now too. Can you see my lines?
I can't see y'all's. That's just for measurement. And for some reason left clicking for me makes it go away.
I have clicked every button. It's not going away.
Hold on a second.
I'm stuck with a bunch of keys. I'm trying to get out of it now too. Nothing's making it.
Yeah, we're both on the phone. So we're both on the phone.
Oh, escape.
Oh, good. Good.
So, Ash, see these fine materials here? This is what I want you to keep your eye out for. We can do wonderful things with this if we can get a good price for it. Although I have to admit, I can take any metal and craft something from it, as you well know.
Yes. I wonder, how do you think such people acquired such metals?
Well, it seems to be from a... are we talking to him, or are we...
Yeah, he's right there. Well, I'll happily tell you where we find these materials. We don't mine them ourselves, but the closest thing, we trade directly with the very miners who go down into the deepest parts of the mountains and find the very strongest, the very brightest ores. We get them when they're their working seasons are done, and before they're ready to do the work to bring them to market. If you're going to bargain with the dwarf, always do it when they're sleepy, but never when they're hungry. Ha ha ha.
Well, I don't know if there's a bargain to be made here, but I can craft many fine things with metal. If I had access to some of the metal, I'd be happy to, for example, create some mining equipment for you in exchange for having an excess of this metal that you have here. I point to one of the ones I'm really interested in.
Well, we could certainly make a deal here. And just then, a thunderous crack just shatters the peace, the chattering, the bartering of deals, the creaking of wagon wheels. Everything is overpowered by this sundering of the air. It seems to sort of come from the city center. As you quickly your gaze is jerked in that direction, and as the sound is still pealing through the air, you can see very rapidly this greenish-brown cloud begin to bloom above the city center, high above the pink spires of the palace and the white spire of the Tower of Ogma. And very, very quickly it overshadows the city, and out of it, as it's still growing, out of it seems to resolve. It looks like the face of a cliff or a mountain at first. It rapidly grows, seeming to come out of this cloud, but also seeming to just appear in front of it. It's jarring to the eyes, but as it gets larger, the cloud around it sort of shrinks behind it, as if taking mass from this cloud. And in seconds, there is a chunk of a mountain, just this massive slab of stone hanging in the air for a brief second above all these spires, overshadowing all of the military hall and the hall's arcane and all of everything within the inner defenses, the main defensive wall of the city. And like a cord is cut, the stone drops, and in an explosion of pink masonry and quartz crystal, the palace explodes in all directions. The stone continues to come down, smashing what looks to be most everything within the inner defenses. Now, the city kind of slopes up to a hill, which the palace and everything was upon, and the wall itself rings that. So you can sort of see the top of the hill over the wall. And as a cloud of dust and masonry wells up, cascading over the wall and shooting through the main gates, quickly rolling towards you, you can see that the initial wave of it has cleared around the stone, and just before this storm of dust and powdered masonry sweeps over you, you can see little holes begin to open at the base of the stone, and small, bright, greenly skinned creatures begin to run out in all directions.
Toes! Do you see that?
The merchant with you has got his hands over his ears and is ducked down, his eyes gaping as he looks to the north. There is...
While he's looking, is there a chance to snatch a sample of that metal?
Absolutely.
I'm going to elbow Ash and say, take cover! But I'm going to actually, with my eyes, be indicating to grab a sample of this metal.
Okay.
Because he's very quick.
Someone needs to make a sleight of hand check.
I will.
All right.
There. Alright, that should roll through in about 4 years.
Is that Arealm slowing it down, do you think?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate
Does
y'all.
it tell you what it rolled?
I rolled 13.
I'm going to take your word for it, because it has not popped up for me. Oh, there it is. Bam. Okay. Let's see here. The merchant is completely oblivious and is turned away from you. Its hands over his ears, completely oblivious to you snatching a couple of samples of different metals.
I smile and I say, "Quick, Ash, let's take cover." And I'm gonna try to hide behind. If it's coming from the north, I want to be behind this giant statue of I guess a dragon.
Okay.
I just feel like if there's gonna be a huge amount of dust coming around, I want to be behind this.
Totally.
Wait, Ronan, turn on your camera for a moment. I gotta hand it to you.
Oh, just get over it. Oh, I'm moving it in roll 20. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll put on my camera. Hold on.
Here, take this.
Got it. And I
All right.
pocket it. I pocket it very casually as I move behind. Come on, Ash.
Yes. Woo!
Get behind this thing. Also out of the eyes of the guy with the samples that we just robbed.
So as you snatch these samples and you whirl about, dashing very quickly around the base of the statue, this tidal wave of dust looming over the square itself. You can see eyes and mouths agape all around you. Humans, halflings, elves, dwarves, half-orcs. You see a drow, a tiefling, are all rapt, staring toward the sky. A few of them are looking around them. Some seem terrified, but most of them just seem like they don't know what they're seeing. Like they're just sort of frozen. It's probably a look that'll stick with you both for a long time. Just seeing all these people like as if like almost like a painting. Everyone's just completely still and silent as all of this is happening. And as you make around the base of this, throwing your backs to the tall base of this statue, which is a dragon, a large statue of a dragon, its wings curled up over the figure of a woman in plate armor with a sword and a shield held out aloft. One of the ancient heroes of the Tuatha De Danann, which are worshipped like gods among the people of Arabel, particularly the nobility and the royal families, which are all half-elves and supposedly descended from the Tuatha De Danann. As this dust falls over you, billowing around you, you begin to hear, and as this cracking thunder echoes off and dissipates, you begin to hear screams coming from the north, and with it, the gibbering screeching of small, ragged, shrill voices. The sun's light is dimmed, and you're in sort of this brown world where you can only, like everything's just, there's a sphere of existence that you can see about 25 feet above you, around you, and then the ground below you. Everything is just turned into blurry shapes in this choking dust. And you can see your townsfolk, some of them also now beginning to move for cover. You begin to hear some of the doors of shops slam shut. You hear gasps and mutters and screams, or like shouts of alarm around you, and you begin to see small figures in the dust running, slashing at your fellow townsfolk with small curved blades, and you hear shrieks. You can see someone being grabbed by two of these creatures as they run back north with a small human over their shoulders.
Oh, the creatures are big.
No, they're small, but they seem wiry and coordinated somehow. Not, stronger than maybe their size, or perhaps used to gaffling people and practiced at what they're doing, and having the element of surprise, snatching people who are stunned. May not be the hardest thing in the world,
This is horrifying. We got to get out of here.
Let's see here. Yeah. What do you all do? You can both roll initiative.
Oh my gosh, it's initiative time already. Die.
Well, I like to I have a couple of ways I use initiative. One is a sort of your standard combat. A round is about 6 seconds, or a turn, or round is about 6 seconds. But then I also use a more flexible where, it may be 10, 20, 30 seconds. It's just sort of generally what you're doing. So say like you're in a combat, the attack roll that you make for that round, that represents sort of the best attack you make during that exchange. But you might have made 3 strikes, a couple of feints, a parry, in that exchange. And the attack roll you make is just to indicate that one good lunge you get in that exchange.
Wait,
So,
where's initiative?
Top of the sheet, middle. Next to your armor.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. I forgot to click my token, so it got sent, but it didn't get attached to me, if that matters.
That's okay. I'm entering it into Arealm anyway. And,
I got a
there's only 3 of
15.
us, so. Okay. Very good.
Oh, I should just program initiative in. Oh, I have
Wait.
it here.
Wait, for initiative, how did you get 13.12?
It's a tiebreaker.
It's a tiebreaker fraction based on your dexterity, I think. Yeah, it's funny. How do you roll it in Arealm, though?
In Arealm, you would just roll your d20. I would say you add your modifier.
Oh, but I have programmed in the initiative. It just doesn't have a way to roll.
Huh. Yeah, it's
I'm
just
gonna try
a
rolling it
rough
on.
character sheet is all it's giving you now.
All right.
It
That's
used
cool.
to, yeah,
Well,
it took out all those options. Oh, that's too bad.
Well, I rolled it on.
Oh, that's fine. I got your rolls from Roll20, and I'm typing them into Arealm. No
Okay.
problem. Yeah.
Okay, well, I rolled it on Arealm also.
Okay, awesome.
Here.
Yeah, but you always keep the first roll, man.
Yeah, my first roll was 15.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just keep that.
All right.
Top of the order, Ashwind.
Oh. Okay.
Add a couple of these guys.
So, Well. Wait, what should I focus on? Roll 20 or Arealm?
Arealm. I'm putting stuff on the maps in Arealm.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah, there's things, whatever that is.
Alright. Let me see what this is.
Oh, no, there's
before I-
more things.
Ooh.
There's things.
Ah!
And there's a dude with an arrow? A big dude with an arrow?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay,
yeah, I
well,
got some brown tokens. The other, they're just goblin sized.
Alright, so I have a step of 45, so I'm going to assume I was on this token. So that would be... Are we playing with diagonals? How do diagonals work?
Just 5. Just keeping it simple.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So do I have to be on his, so just
Wait.
next to him to attack?
I'm gonna go attack. Okay, get him.
Alright.
Alright,
He's a monk.
Alright, doesn't need any weapons.
He doesn't need a weapon.
yes. So,
Perfect.
I'm going to, use my, flurry of blows to, attack this person.
Okay. Yeah, you run up on a small, goblin with neon green skin, and it's got armor that seems like stitched together, and just roughly bound pieces of chain, plate, leather. You're not sure how good a quality it is. The shield also seems pretty, like it might just fall apart with a solid blow. But,
Alright, I rolled.
that's gonna hit. Oh, there's no interesting. Okay. You pummel the creature, and it's as you land one good solid blow right in its solar plexus. just for its size, it's heavier and stouter than it should be. I just out of game. I roll all the hit points for my standard monsters, so they all have different hit points. So,
That's cool.
yeah, just so there's some variation. And I rolled really well for this one.
So, you get 3 hits, right?
Mm-hmm. Should. For 6th level, right?
Yeah. And he has 2 attacks, so he can do another attack after that too.
Alright, I'm now going to just unarmed strike.
Okay.
So. 16.
That is also a hit.
Nice. And then. Alright.
Can you all hear music? Should be music
No.
playing.
No. Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Now there's music.
Oh, and yes, there's music now.
Okay, good.
What's that playing on if I wanted to adjust the volume?
Roll 20. So you
Okay.
look in the settings tab.
Yep, got it.
Cool.
Okay.
For some reason, I can barely hear it on mine, and I've got it cranked
Ash, you
up.
got one more unarmed strike, right?
Oh, yes, I do. Let me roll that real quick.
Flurry of blows is
Oh.
attack.
Let's see, that one, that was 7. Before you do, you, and there's no little tokens or anything. You hear a crack of bone. The creature's eyes roll back in its head, and it drops. Its weapon and shield clattering from its arm, from its hands.
So his second hit dropped it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. How do I disable? I want to turn this music down a little bit.
Go to roll 20.
Yeah,
Hit
I'm
the
in.
settings tab. Master volume is right near the top.
Okay.
Somewhere in the
Settings
middle
group.
seems to be good. Battle. The battle is afoot. And here I was going to run away, and then you went and killed one. Like, easy.
Awesome.
All right.
So yeah, you still have your remaining movement and your 3rd attack.
Right. So I have moved. Okay. I am now going to. So that would be 30, 35, 40, and then 45. And then I'm gonna use my final attack.
What's your
Fleur-
speed?
45.
Holy smokes, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Arrogant
So now I'm
aside
gonna use
monk.
my final attack.
All right.
Attack this guy.
Is this the 3rd attack of the flurry of blows?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I rolled a 18.
That's a hit. And
Dude.
that is enough to kill this archer, who's definitely a little bit more frail and skinnier than the sword and shield fighter that you dispatched.
I have clobbered them both.
Yes. Now, make a perception check as you sort of
Oh.
dashed away from your friend. Everything is definitely hazy beyond 25 feet. So you can see the shapes of things and kind of see where movement is, but any ranged attacks that you
Perception
make are
check.
going to be at a
Right.
disadvantage.
All right. Here we go. I got a 24.
Very good. Okay.
I feel very perceptive right now.
I'll just stay back here. You kill everybody.
You're the blacksmith. I'm just your apprentice bellow man.
Yeah, but you're a monk, and you are whomping.
Absolutely.
I've
What's that?
clobbered them.
So let me remind you, you can do a second attack. Because you get 2 attacks. That was your first attack. That whole wave was your first attack.
What?
Yeah, that was your flurry of blows. You attacked and you got 2 unarmed strikes as part of it. And you whomped 2 creatures.
Well, I don't have any movement left, so.
It's true. May I help? May I help him a little?
Sure.
You just dropped a guy with a bow and arrow.
Okay, yes, I attempt to pick up the bow and arrow.
You do so. It is a free action to do that.
Oh, nice. So, I'm gonna add a bow and arrow to my character sheet then?
Yeah, please do.
Alright.
It is a short bow.
Yeah, so just add short bow. And then equip it, and then you can roll it.
Okay, so rules clarification. You definitely only get 1 bonus action each turn. With extra attack, you can make 2 attacks on your action. And then a single unarmed attack with your bonus action, or spend 1 key point to do a flurry of blows. So that is, yeah, okay. Very good.
Yeah, this is an impressive run here.
Absolutely.
If you manage to take someone down with an arrow, dude, you will have killed more people in 1 turn than I ever have.
Alright, and I still have 1 more attack. Yep.
Yeah, and you can see, well, you can see other shapes. You're certain that these 4 are these invading creatures.
Alright. I shoot my arrow. Here, actually, I can use this thing. I shoot my arrow at this guy, if you see him.
I can't see where you're...
Oh, I tried to use the marker thing. Anyway, it's the guy, top I had, like the topmost.
Okay,
thing.
gotcha.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
attempt to use my short bow with this guy. And I rolled a 13.
Let's see here. As you snatch up the bow and knock an arrow, rapidly pulling it back, as it creaks, you see the figure crouch. It holds up what is likely some sort of staff, and you hear strange guttural word, like a few words very quickly come out as you take aim. As you fire the arrow, there's a flash of lurid green light. Roughly, it's not blinding, but it gives that after image on your vision. And you can kind of see it was the rough shape of a shield, like one of them was carrying, that appeared in front of this creature and blocked your arrow.
So cool. Which one was it? Is it the one northwest of him?
It's the topmost one next to,
Okay. Yeah, the
the one-
magic looking guy.
yeah, he definitely, through the dust, you're able to see, it looks, he's hulking more like a fighter than an archer, but it's not, there's no clanking of an armor and plate when it moves. Now it's pretty clear that it's a magic user of some sort. All right, I believe that's it for Ashwind, isn't it?
Did I fire my arrow at the magic looking guy?
I thought you said you did the topmost one. Was I wrong?
Oh, I was looking at the smaller one.
This one?
The one who's...
How do you ping?
I wish there was a way to ping it. Is there one?
Yeah, like what? I thought I made a ping happen once, but I
Yeah.
can't-
The northeast one?
Okay, this one?
No. The other one. Yes, that one.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, then there was no flash of green light, And that 13, you hear a thunk as your arrow buries itself into a shield.
Oh, okay.
Likely similar to the shield that's laying a few feet back where you laid out the first goblin. That's your movement, your bonus actions, and your action, correct?
Yep.
All right. Good run.
Wow, fantastic, dude.
Next in the order is Runnin.
Okay, so I can't ping, but where he dropped the first guy,
Okay.
I think it's somewhere between the blue and the red and white striped tent. Is that right? I can't really make out which way.
Let's see here. I'm going to move my figure over. Yeah, he moved out to it. This is where the other one fell.
Okay, good. So I can make it there.
Mm-hmm.
I could sort of see through the haze, and I heard a clank. So I when Ash first runs away, I'm like, "Where are you going?" And then I hear clank, clank, thunk, and then I hear another guy go down and I scream, and then I hear I'm like, "Oh, okay," and I'm gonna run over to where that was. I forgot where you marked it. Maybe it was here, something like that.
Hold on just a moment. I'm having a technical difficulty.
I'm gonna see what I can pick up, like weapon, shield, whatever.
All right, give me just a moment. Okay, please repeat that for me. I'm asking the devs how to ping on the map.
Okay, I was running over to where I think the guy dropped to
Mhm.
see what the weapon and shield might have been. I thought I heard some clanging.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a pretty beat up but still serviceable standard sized shield and a scimitar. The scimitar looks chipped and worn but straight and sharp.
I will take a scimitar for now.
Okay. That's a free action to snatch up one item,
Yeah.
but you could also grab the shield. He seems to have a hand axe in his belt as well.
Oh, hand axe. Oh, I love axes, but I think we'll not waste time on that right now. I've got a
Okay.
scimitar and a shield. And now I think my best play would be to. So is the vision thing? There's a lot of dust in the air.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So
You can see shapes. You're familiar with the shapes of most of the tents. You can kind of make out, some of these creatures moving. Give me a perception check just as a free action to generally see what they can, what Runnin can make out right now.
oh dear. Yeah.
Okay. Not a whole lot. Let's see. This one is
Okay.
not hiding. So you can definitely see the one to your northwest.
Yep.
This one.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous about everybody. Everything's going wrong. It's horrible. I've got no armor. I've got a shield, thank God. So I am. I don't know. This is horrible. I think what I really want to do, it's crazy, but I'm going to do it. I want to make it so I can see better. And so I am going to make it rain and try to tamp down all this dust.
Oh, nice.
So I am doing create or destroy water
Okay.
to make a 30-foot cube of rain.
Okay.
And so my theory is at least I'll be able to see what the hell is going on. But I cannot see. And the 30-foot cube I'm going to put in front of me. So it would be from just past the blue tent.
You can mark it on the map and roll 20 real quick if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should be able to have access to the marker and stuff.
Yeah, so I believe I'm standing like over here or something. So,
Yeah, a couple of squares to the north.
So let's do a shape. And I'm planning on just sort of making it, this is going to be rough, but it's something like this. 5, 10, 15, That's not as big as it should be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There would be one more square. So it would be this. This is the range.
6 times 5. So yeah.
Like that.
Let me see here.
It's a 30-foot cube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to make it so it's a little easier to see around in there. And I think I have a teeny bit of movement left. So I'm simply going to step closer to the statue, kind of at the back edge of the range, so I have the most visibility. And then as a bonus action. So spells, you can do a bonus action and an action, or it's only a cantrip that can do that.
Oh goodness. Yeah. I think rules as written, if you cast a spell as a bonus action, then the only other spell you can cast is a cantrip.
No, it has to do with actions. So it has to be a cantrip that takes the time of an action. But I think it might be any spell as long as it's action and bonus. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't have a good cantrip to do, so it doesn't really matter. Did you say that my... oh, that did take too long. Never mind. I'm good. I think that's my turn. I know it's really exciting. I picked up a shield and a sword, and I made it rain.
No, that's great. So yeah, almost instantly, rain begins to pound down large, fat drops and small misting spray at the same time. Just sort of all pounding down, and very quickly, at least in the area between you, the area that you outlined, the air is significantly clearer, and you can now see the southernmost 3 goblins almost completely. You can range attack them without disadvantage from where you're at now, or anything like that.
Cool.
But that spell was a standard action or a bonus
I
action?
think it is. Yeah, it's an action. So that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a ranged weapon. I just have a scimitar.
Right. Okay. You hear a gasp and sort of jittering shouts like "Yeah!" and it's cringing motions from these goblins. But once the air is sort of clear, you can see a couple of them hesitantly, almost shakingly, look back toward this looming stone that now takes the place of the castle and the palace and everything that was within the walls. And they tear their eyes from it and they dart toward Ashwind.
Hang in there. Don't die. You're my best apprentice.
This is not good.
There's a 12, an 18, and a 16 to hit.
Only the 18 hits.
Okay. Very good.
Nice. He's so fast. He's bobbing and weaving.
For 6 points of damage as it slashes you with this chipped, notched, but still sharp scimitar.
Don't forget, you might have a reaction. I don't remember what reactions you have, but you might have one.
You just might.
Oh yes. Well, it's the deflect missiles.
Oh yeah, never mind.
The creature to the north that you can sort of make out through the dust steps a bit closer. You can tell that it looks like another one of these creatures in tattered robes, but some sort of large mantle or shoulder pads that make it seem bulkier, heavier. It's got a stick that you can't tell what it is, but it's festooned with different fetishes and strings and cables and who knows what else. Something creaks from it faintly as it lifts it again and points the tip of it. Make a Constitution save for Ashwind.
Ooh, okay. Constitution.
I almost said fortitude because I keep thinking
I
about
got
3.5.
15.
Okay. Oh, very good. You you take 2 points of poison damage, and you resist the lasting effects and are not poisoned, and you resist most of a good portion of the damage. Okay, hold on just a moment. Okay, very good.
Wait a minute.
So as these goblins seem to be focusing, Ash has definitely gotten their attention, and they're trying to cut down the resistance in the area, while others you can see are streaming past them and still cutting down innocents. People are running down the alleyways and into shops, as there are still goblins that I've not given tokens. They're just, the area is still filled with chaos and disorder and violence. You hear continued. You hear, shouts and screams from townsfolk. You can also hear a few streets over. Well, you can hear the same from the north, especially. Lots of screaming, but you can also hear individual. It sounds like small groups of townsfolk shouting, as if there's clusters of resistance mounting. Let's see if I. Give me just a moment here. And you hear far to the southeast the shouting of either the brewer, the owner, or just the bartender or hall steward of the brewery and meadery in the southwest corner. He's a very slight, very he's finely built, but definitely spry and athletic human. He's about 5'3", very, very dark, close-cropped hair, lined and weathered, but not old exactly. Like he's been through a lot before he became a brewer, or before he settled down here. He's very jovial, and you sort of hear with his showman's voice. Come, new visitors, meet Baba's blade. Come this way. Sort of shouting, trying to get the attention of these things. Next in the order is Ashwand, or Ashwind. I keep calling you Ashwand as a character from another book that I read one time. I had a sword named Ashwand. Anyway,
I apologize.
Ashwand.
I was just catching up Duang,
Mm-hmm.
and I missed who just shouted something about a sword.
Baba Brune, who is you're not sure what role he plays at the brewery, whether he's an owner or just works there, or he's one of the brewers. But he's unofficial hall steward. He's often bartending, and you heard him shout in his sort of showman's voice, trying to get the attention of the goblins.
Okay. From what direction?
Oh, to the southwest. Yeah, to the southeast.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
And
can
I
zoom
just
out on the
wanted to
map and
say,
look down and see.
Before Ash goes, I did now want to glance around and see if there was any better weapons on a stall that I would just pick up and use.
Copy
Than a
that.
scimitar.
Okay.
Particularly like hammers. I can't help it. I just do. But whatever. Anything better than a scimitar, which feels very foreign in my hands.
Gotcha.
Wait, are y'all on Roll20? Because I just went to there and there's a bunch of stuff going on.
Roll 20?
Oh, that's the rain.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, it's raining in this area.
Okay.
Yeah, your friend just summoned some waters from the sky.
Right. Wait, is the merchant on this map though?
No.
Not on the Roll20 map, no. He's on the Arealm map.
I don't see him.
He's at the very bottom of the map, on the right. Should be able to see him.
Oh, very bottom. All right, I see him.
Oh, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
I see him now. Okay.
Whoa, he looks.
Easy.
Dashing. That's how he would finish your sentence. So yeah, Ashwind. What do you do?
All right. Well, this is looking very bad
Doesn't
near
look
me,
great.
so I'm going to try and where is it? Where is it?
Might be under features. I don't know exactly what you're looking for, but it sounds like you're looking for something special. So maybe features and traits.
Wait. Flurry of blows was a key point, right?
Yep,
Mhm.
that was one.
Yeah. You know a little bit about goblins. The city here is in between these sort of standing and open boundaries between our world and the Feywild, or Fairy, and the sort of edge of one of the longest expanses of just wild plains and forest in the human lands. And Arabelle, its small kingdom, and this large city are even on the edge of that. And caravans and merchants come from different places. The river that runs through here runs from the Feywild into this world. And so you're all, everyone's familiar with goblins. They exist, they're creatures. In my world, they're a type of Fey, or they're descended from a type of Fey. And they moved and lived in different realms and worlds and such. But there's something that you're all passingly familiar with. So you know a little bit about them. You don't necessarily know their stats, but you know they're sneaky. You know they're slippery. That they're not extremely tough. So maybe you've never fought them before, but there's lots of stories and tales about them. So yeah, with that information, please continue. And if there's any questions you have of clarity in terms of like the world or what your character knows, please just ask. Generally our characters are more competent at what they're doing than we would be if we were in their situation. So that's part of role playing too. It's like my character would be just good at that. He was a sailor. He could do knots, despite the fact that I don't have the skilled proficiency for that. Or whatever. So.
Can you
Hey, who's that?
Hey, bud.
can you speak up? Because I can't hear you.
Can't hear me? Who can you hear? Can you hear any of us?
You're the only one talking.
Can you hear me?
You're all the same volume. Because I don't know why. My volume's max.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, there you are. Who's that?
Yeah, see, I'm not sure you're
Player.
exactly able to, I don't know that I can change the volume.
Well, I hear
Yes.
you. Arcola ND.
Don't even try to pronounce it. Why?
Arcola ND.
No.
Arcola.
All right.
Alright. So, Arcola, what are you going to play?
I already told you.
And I asked you to repeat it, please.
What?
And I asked you to repeat it, please, because I did not read it.
Orc Warlock.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, you did tell me a while back. Awesome. Very cool. See, Arcola, did you get into the Roll20 game? In case we're using that for people to port their rolls over from Beyond.
Am I the only one seeing all of our cameras like bunched up on top of each other?
Yeah, I guess you are.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we've that's strange. I don't know why you'd be seeing that.
Well,
Alright. So I went ahead and sent an invite to the Roll20. Because you made yours on Beyond, right, Arcola?
Arcola, if you want to change the size of your like dude on the Arealm thing, it's on the effects page. The scale will shrink you down to like a 5-foot square.
Yeah, are you still seeing everybody's camera avatar stacked up like that? That's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, that's not what's on the screen. I don't know, do you want to try closing out Arealm and re-entering the room code? I don't know. Maybe that would work.
It did.
I don't know.
well,
Come on, technology, support us.
Right?
You're supposed to make everything better.
Supposed to. Well, it's at least making it possible.
So when Arcola enters, he has to roll initiative and sort of join in somewhere?
Yeah, that's probably what I'll do.
So the goblins attacked Ash. Did Ash go again?
Not yet. We are at
Yeah,
Ash's turn, and then
oh, okay.
we had our buddy join, so we were kind of holding off, waiting for Dwayne for a second. If y'all don't mind.
What were you thinking of doing, dude?
Yeah, you can go ahead and talk over it and plan it out. I don't mind some
Well-
table talk, especially during a one shot.
I'm not sure if I have. Do I have disengage?
Of course. That's a regular old action.
Alright,
Or you can
nice.
spend a key point to make it a bonus action because you're a monk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like
No,
you
I think
can,
I'm just gonna disengage and move 1, 2. Well, so technically it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and then just 45. I'm gonna try to make my way over to the merchant person to see what they're about.
If that's all you're doing, you could do a bonus action.
Yeah, I was
dash.
gonna dash.
Okay, so you're slipping down here to check out this merchant stuff.
So dash. So would I have to spend a key point to make that a bonus action?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm going to move another 45. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, you can get all the way there. You're picking ridiculous fast mode.
45.
Indeed.
Yeah, just moving 90 feet.
Well,
I think
That
you
is
can get
my
all the way
turn.
to him, to be honest. I don't know how you did diagonals, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I
that's,
was just dodging the different things, like the
Oh, yeah.
different tents.
That makes sense.
okay. So you spent everything just running that round.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's see
and I
here.
think that's my turn. So
Okay, awesome. Let's see here.
You might have a chance to like call out a quick thing. I don't know. It depends on the
Yeah, you totally can.
all right. Well, I'm gonna shout out to this merchant. Oi! Are you? You're not going to attack us, are you?
Middle-aged halfling woman, very pale with blonde hair, sort of, and you can just see that her face is streaked with dust already. She looks at you, just sort of wide-eyed, and doesn't like she's not exactly registering what you're saying at all. After a moment, she just sort of shakes her head as if confused by your question. And her eyes sort of turn back to the chaos of your surroundings. Pause really briefly. Arcola, does it look different to you now?
Does what look different?
Arealm.
I can move my character. I can move my camera.
Okay.
You guys are still all in the same place. Also, you're still extremely quiet.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Everything on our end is maxed up. Can you bring your volume up on your end?
How I just said, I'm maxed out.
All right.
Speaker.
Yeah, I mean, I could up my mic, but it wouldn't help you hear them at all. Okay, so you're on the map, but all our characters are all stacked up in one spot, or all our
Mornellis and DM
Screenplays.
Feanor DM are together.
Okay, weird. I don't know what to say, but you can move your token at least. You can move your screen plate at least.
Do I move on your screen?
Yeah, absolutely. That's so weird. But mine's not moving on your screen.
Oh, well, you just moved
Okay.
into the
What
corner.
if I move?
I moved it away and moved it back, essentially. Okay. Alright. So they're dialing some stuff in. It's still a little wonky. Well, Arcola, if you want to go ahead and roll initiative, we'll put you in the initiative order. So, I guess he did describe some of what happened so far.
Well, let me go get my dice.
Alright.
Got some serious background lighting going on.
Who does?
Arcola.
Yeah, it looks
You can
good.
see it. Little LEDs.
I like it.
Also, I need to level him up one. I think it's a 15.
Alright. What is
16
your...
minus 1.
What's that? Okay, yeah. What's your
16
What's your dexterity? Why did it do that? Ash, Arcola, what are y'all's dexterity scores?
9.
Well, my dexterity is... You don't want me to roll it?
No,
it's
just...
What is it?
It's 18 plus
Cool.
4.
Alright. Okay, Arcola. So essentially you're in a market square on market day. So the square is filled with blankets and stalls and small blankets of some small wares laid out, carts, even small wagons that are sort of got like a lean-to pitched on the side, and there's people selling all sorts of various wares. The square is also ringed with different shops where there's like everything from pottery and books, alchemist gear, travelers and adventurers gear, and of course a weapon seller, a brewery, things like that. Feel free to place your character wherever you want in the square. But essentially, during the middle of the day, what's that?
Okay.
Yeah. There's a great crack sort of rent the air like 1,000 times stronger than any like thunder you ever heard. And like a brownish green cloud rapidly bloomed above the city center, and out of that came a huge slab of stone that overshadowed the city center, the palace, the hall of arms, and basically, the center of sort of government and such in the city. And it plummeted, crushing everything. And with the wave of dust that swept over the city from all that, there were goblins streaking through the city, killing people, kidnapping people, and dragging them further back north toward the stone. So that's essentially where we've begun. They just encountered some of these, or engaged some of the creatures, the goblins, moving through the square. We started attacking them. So you only missed a round of combat. So you're just in time. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to take a short 10-minute break.
What the fuck was anything you just said?
I don't know, bud.
I heard none of it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll just try it again another time. I appreciate you joining me, Arcola. It doesn't look like it's going to work out. We can't seem to get things organized.
Is nobody else? Can no one else?
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just put some headphones in. Convenient.
Yeah.
At-hand headphones.
Okay, is there anything else that you need to get before we're ready to play?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which mic should I use? The one on my headset or the... Can you guys hear me still?
Try the headset.
Yeah, you can hear him.
Perfect.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say let's take 10. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I gotta take care of something that popped up just now. So.
And because of the Beyond thing, I need to level up my character quick.
Okay, cool.
Also send it to you as well.
Thank you.
Alright, so I guess see you in 15 minutes.
Kidding me.
Yeah, take time.
All right.
I'll meet you at the pizza.
My God. This is not. I'm trying to make a good game for these people.
How sensitive is the mic? Can you hear everything I do? Hello.
Becoming like a child, becoming like a little butthurt brat. If you're going to react to you a certain way, well, that's very cool. I think we're on the same page and we're going to play with each other. What a douchebag. Man. So I reached out to the Arealm community to see if I could get another player to join my game. Thinking, oh, it'll be people that know how to use the app, know we're here to test stuff. And it's like, it's back to, it's like I just, oh my god. This guy shows up, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Oh, because I won't be there for 2 hours. But you agreed to, talk about the time, And we're gonna make it, okay. Then I get a message, oh, I'll be on in 20 minutes. Okay, whatever, here's the input. Then he gets on, and he's like, oh, I can't hear you guys. All our volumes are up, whatever. And then he goes around and around for 20 minutes, and he's like, oh, I guess I'll get some headphones then. You didn't have headphones that whole time? You kidding me? I'm like, okay, roll initiative. We'll go get dice. And what got it? Because he was bitching about the headphones, bitching about not being here. And I was like, okay, man, it's just not working out tonight. We'll try it again.
Do people all just
oh, I'll go get some
the
headphones.
second he left?
Cool. cool, we're gonna take 5. We're gonna level up my character anyway. I was like, is there anything else you need to do that you weren't ready to do when you sat down, like everybody else was? Buddy. That's alright. It doesn't matter. It's like I just want everyone else to have a good game. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like 3 hours. I made them all level 6. Should be fast. But they're still in the first. It's like those 3 scenarios. Boom, boom, boom. And then like, they win. I don't think we're gonna get through all of them. He says anything, bad feedback at the end, like, look, here's why. You show up late, you don't know what you're doing, you argue with a bad attitude, it's gonna be a bad game every time. So check yourself before you enter another game.
Yeah.
And you're never gonna be in one of my games again. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Like surly, pasty face and goth kid. So, first of all, don't come around me with a superior attitude at all. About anything. It's like, you fail automatically. Some deep cleanse. Oh, good. Oh, Scott. Man. So frustrating. Yeah, I'm gonna boot him off my server after this game. His tone changed immediately. And I was like, okay, well, this isn't working out. What? I said that. He's like, oh, we're gonna hit those. And I was just like, long pause. I was like, is there anything else you need before we can get started? That you need to go get? And I just waited. And no response. But then when he asked about, like, oh, I need to do this, it's like totally different tone of voice. Yeah. Woe to any woman that dates you that isn't a shit kicking woman. That's like sneaky, underhanded, manipulative shit.
I really was not transmitting from that mic. Because that is a lot of thing.
6th level! 6th level. Asking questions like, oh, you so bad. Fuck what he said.
Do you want to code that, Chad?
Oh, maybe. There's one.
These things are great.
Like, fits it almost exactly.
Exactly, sort of.
Cool. I like things that are sort of exact.
All right, how's it looking? Do you have a functional system now?
I mean, I always had one. It's just behind me. I want to test, but people left. Is my audio coming
You sound
from
good.
this?
Yeah, you sound good.
Is it coming from this or my laptop?
Just doing everything.
It sounds good. I don't know about comparing, but you sound good.
I'm gonna rub a napkin against my mic. If it sounds like hell is raining down, it's my mic.
No, sounds like you're trying to start a fire.
Like faintly or loudly?
Faintly.
Okay, so then it's my laptop mic. Maybe.
All right.
I don't know. Alright, I sent you the character.
Oh, you sound good.
Thank
And
you.
what do you see now? Do you see the map and the different players, or is it still all messed up?
People have actually moved, so
Okay. Usable then?
yes.
Awesome. Did you get your warlock leveled up?
Beyond, yeah.
Sweet.
By the way, my patron. Actually.
All right. So all you've really missed. Did you read what I wrote?
Yeah, I can catch you back up.
I can read that.
You didn't read it. I wrote that whole thing for you.
Yeah, I know, but I was getting milk and getting my dude, I just got home.
I was getting milk. I was getting my
Did
dice.
you-
I was milking my dice.
It's important shit, man. It's important shit.
I was rolling dice in milk. I was trying not to cry when I spilled the milk.
I spilled my milk.
It's bad luck to cry over spilt milk. Or is that? It's a different old
No.
wives' tale. Never mind.
It's only bad luck if you
What
don't
about
have ice in it.
Ice? Who the fuck puts ice in milk?
I don't.
Dice.
Psychopaths.
Iced milk. Yeah, no thanks.
Dude, I still can't get over that you just ran 90 feet.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, okay,
The
what
ice
is this a
and
combat? Is this combat?
Yeah, we're in combat already.
Okay, I was, cause like,
Yeah.
all I gathered was this was like social, and that he just used his point to run out of merchant.
Bro, drinking ice and milk is kind of like drinking warm water. Don't.
No.
But yeah, Arcola, so essentially, one way or the other, you found yourself in this huge city
I'm
called...
buying fine leathers.
Excellent. This massive city called Arabel. It's on the edge of the human wilds and the edge of some of the open borders to the Feywild. And a river and caravans come through the Feywild into this world. And so it's a market day. So there's people from all over. There's various market squares throughout town. And perhaps you've just come to the nearest one or the one that you frequent the most. So you're at the market, one of the market squares on market day. The square itself is ringed with shop fronts, everything from, like, you were looking for fine leathers, wood crafts, bookbinders, potters, jewelers, alchemists, and a weapon seller, and various other shops, from paper,
Potion
cloth,
seller?
stuff like that.
Where's the potion seller?
It's hard to ping, so I'm going to move my face over to that building. So this is the alchemist.
Become the potion seller.
Yes, I am become the potion seller, and
I
now,
become
and I on this side, I am become the weapon seller.
you. What?
So yeah. Anyway, so you're shopping about the square, and a great thunderous peal sort of splits the sky, like the crack of a great
A
stone.
banana falls?
No. Above the city center blooms a dirty brownish green cloud that blossoms it really quickly over seconds, and out of which comes a massive slab of stone. The larger it gets, this cloud seems to shrink behind it, and in seconds there's this huge chunk of a mountain, essentially a vast chunk of stone hovering over the city center, dwarfing the buildings and overshadowing like the palace, the Hall of Arms, and the Spire of Ogma, which is the religious center. And then, as if a cord is cut, it drops and scatters the tops of these towers in a spray of masonry, plummets into the ground, sinking down, wrecking most of the buildings in the city center, and sending a wave of dust cascading over the city. And with that wave of dust come a wave of goblins, armed and armored, some of them with bow and arrow, some with scimitar and shield. They're cutting down the townsfolk, they're kidnapping them, grabbing them, and running back toward the stone. And you are in the square. You have survived so far, and it is now your turn.
Who is you?
Arcola.
Oh,
You.
great. Okay, where are these things?
There are multiple all around you. Go ahead and give me a perception check as a free action.
Can I just use my passive?
No,
if
it's
looking
not
at
that
them.
they're not trying to
I'm not
sneak
looking
or
for
anything.
them. I'm not. 13.
Okay, cool. Give me just a moment. So yeah, you can definitely hear. You can more hear than see through the dust movement up to to the north of the square. You can hear that some of the people in the square are fighting back against these creatures. You've heard several of them gasp and fall to the ground, weapons clattering, and two of the townsfolk like shouting back and forth, coordinating.
That seems counterproductive. Yeah, can I see where they are? Are they on the map?
They were again like your camera image. They're using their camera images as their token. So where?
Oh, is that what that thing is? Okay.
Yeah, it's like Ashwand to the
I
bottom
could
right
see
of
it.
you, and then almost directly north of you to the left a little bit is running.
Hi, this is me.
So are those people or goblins?
Those are what you think are people. They're taller shapes in the dust.
Okay, but this like white bordered thing.
These two things are you're fairly certain are goblins. Anything 25 feet or over is hazy and at disadvantage in terms of range attacks, but you can see the shape in the dust, and you can see that they're short creatures. This one, you can hear it clattering in armor, whether bits of plate and chain and leather slapping and rubbing against each other as it moves. This one is obviously, it's slighter figure in the dust, and you can tell that it's got a bow, and it's creeping along looking for a target.
Well then, I guess I'll give it one. I'm going to see it.
They haven't seemed to have spotted you yet. They're like creeping along, looking almost directly south.
But I am south. What?
Well, no, directly. Like this one's not necessarily looking in your direction. You're sort of off
Okay.
to its left,
Noticing that, I guess I'll just kind of hug around how this thing is. Is it in this?
These are all
space or this
tents.
space?
And say again.
Okay. Which space is it in?
The goblin.
Yeah.
Two to the left and one to the top north of you.
Okay, so it's that space. Cool. And then I'll
Yeah, like a knight in
point.
chess.
Drawing my sword, my longsword.
Okay.
I would
Oh.
attack.
What long
So
sword?
yeah,
I have a
did
long
you
sword.
read any of the
What?
descriptions or anything about the game?
Oh shit, no.
Dude. Okay.
Okay, fine. I'll summon my sickle then.
There you go. Cool.
You have no equipment and no weapons. Nothing.
Well,
Yeah,
I
no one's
can
got-
summon this.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just saying.
Cantrips and spells and stuff. That's totally fine. But yeah, weapons and equipment. Nobody has any at the moment.
Alright, so that's an action. I guess I'll just stay hugged around here. Summon this.
Okay.
I can't do anything else. It's my turn.
See, moving in between two, hulking shapes of two tents in the dust, you can see one of these creatures creeping along. It seems to catch sight of you and it
Okay.
dashes forward a bit, pulling a hand axe from its belt and throws it in your direction. It
Oh, that one.
sails past you and shouts as it does so. It gets the attention of this goblin, which dashes to the right, again, not seeming to notice you in the dust, and slips north around the tent, using most of its action to move over to its companion. Running to the north of you, the three soldier-like goblins now can see clearly through the air at you. You standing in just finished a set of incantations to bring this rain falling into the area. They surge toward you.
was a monk there a minute ago.
What?
Again, one of them comes up short, pulls a hand axe from its belt, throws it at you for a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Is 5 points of damage.
Hmm.
The other two slash at you with their scimitars. One swings wildly, its feet slipping in the dust, or actually slipping on a blanket that it's standing on. It throws its arms wide and is unable to recover in time to. It provokes an attack of opportunity. So the one directly to the north of you. The other misses with a 9 to hit.
That's a miss, but I will swing the newly acquired scimitar.
Alright.
Oh, good, a 21.
Nice. That is a hit. Let's see.
I gotta
Nice.
read what this character is.
You can feel free to describe it as you dispatch this goblin running.
As the one slips and slides, I thrust with a forward and upward slice, and I rend him in two.
Nice. 2 pieces drop to the ground.
And I spit.
Coming across now, rain pouring down, running rivulets in sort of the dust that was clinging to the robes of this goblin. It now raises its staff, pointing towards you again, and you can see that it's touching an amulet on its neck that you can't quite make out what it is. It looks like large, carved in wood. Make a fortitude save. I'm sorry, a constitution saving throw.
Fortitude save.
Yeah. Showing my age there.
How's a 15?
Ooh, that is nice. You're not poisoned. You take 2 points of damage. But you resist the
Oh wait, I
long-term
rolled
effects.
charisma.
Oh,
Subtract 2 from that.
okay. Okay. You take
I rolled a 13.
4 points of damage, and you are poisoned for 2 rounds.
Well, that stinks. What did I ever do to that guy? Alright, 4 damage, and I'm poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah, it's not the most fun.
I don't like being poisoned. Gives
No,
me
it's not-
disadvantage
it's
on
not
attack
great.
rolls.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm poisoned, I feel poisoned, so I don't like it.
It's not fun. It's not a nice feeling.
I have a plan.
The you hear continued screaming spreading now from the north to streets to the east and the west. These creatures are still, you can still see them darting through the dust on the edges of your vision, moving down alleyways or creeping along storefronts. Doors are slamming as more merchants are sort of, trying to protect their property and hide.
This is a good day.
In groups of humans that you're hearing shouting to the north, there seems like a more solid pocket now to the north. You're hearing multiple voices and the call and response, from maybe slightly different positions to the north, as if there's some sort of real defense going on, perhaps closer toward the stone. But in the area that you're in, you all seem to be the only voice of reason or sanity. There were a few guards in the square, but you don't see them through all the dust, and you don't know necessarily what's happening. You can hear scuffling. You can hear shouting and whispers of, townsfolk and market goers. And then, of course, you hear Baba Brune's very boisterous voice in the ring of steel to the southwest, or to the bottom right of the map. And Baba Brune shouting, "Is that the best you have? You tiny, pathetic things!"
Hmm?
Is that the person that Ash just ran towards?
I believe so.
Okay.
Let's see here. So that puts us at the
Papa Broom?
Baba Broom.
Papa.
Baba.
Papa.
Papa Broom.
Papa Broom.
Baba Broom. And let's see here.
Ba-ba-boom.
That is a
Baba
top of
Broom.
the order.
Ba-ba-boom.
Ashwind.
Wait, I haven't gone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Running. How did I skip you? Feel so sorry.
Well, you skipped him, that's it.
So since I'm poisoned, that changes things a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at this dude. Wait, where's the one that poisoned? You stinker. He's way up there.
Sorry. Yeah, he's way up there.
Stinker.
And these guys are next to me. All right, I'm gonna do the guy next to me here. I am going to simply. Has he been hurt at all?
No. Neither has been hurt.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. What is it?
I'm tolling the dead on him. I'm gonna make a little sound ring in his head and.
Okay. It's a 9 on the saving throw.
Okay. So a teeny bit of damage.
A little bit.
I'm gonna kill the fuck out of these goblins.
And then
That's what I want.
I have a plan.
as a bonus action, I am going to. Oh wait, did I see any other weapons around me? Like I'm looking at the stalls and such.
Absolutely. The tent to your left is it's a very small stall. It's a lot of woodworking or like very fine woodcraft. There's a very nicely worked sort of wooden barrel vase that's well carved, and it's got 3 really nice quarterstabs of different materials. There's a spear in it as well. There looks to be a well-crafted shield hanging from one of the tent poles.
Well, I have a shield. I'm not sure I need to worry about upgrading that. Is there any other weapons to my left or right? So I'm holding a scimitar. I'm looking for something better than a scimitar.
Yeah, to the right, it looks like game, like small, like a small chessboards, small wooden
awesome.
puzzles and such like that. But there are some large throwable objects, some like platonic shapes in heavy woods and stuff like that.
My refrigerator counts as a large heavy object.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smaller than that, much smaller.
A mini fridge.
Well, I
Okay.
gotta admit, I like a spear
Really
better than a
tiny one.
scimitar. So I just drop the scimitar and I grab the spear.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to make the spear a magic spear.
Nice. Yeah. Feel free to describe what that looks like.
So I don't understand what just happened. What's this 3 and 1 and all that? I didn't do anything.
Not sure.
That's not what's supposed to happen. Okay, well, so the magic weapon is I'm adding. What is this? You touch a non-magical weapon until the spell ends. The weapon becomes a magic weapon with a +1 bonus to attack and damage. That's all I was
Sure.
trying to do.
Yeah. I was wondering if you wanted to describe what it looked like.
Yeah, so all that happens is the spear itself appears to grow slightly bluish.
Okay, awesome. Is it glowing, or does it like the wood and metal just turns blue?
The metal just appears to have a blue tint to it. It doesn't glow.
Nice.
It just is slightly sharper and slightly shinier, but not glowing. Just blue tint, and the wood darkens. It just kind of becomes that. And then I'm going to attempt to move, even though I suspect
Cool.
opportunity attacks galore. There's only one.
Yeah.
I'm going to step back. So he can swing at me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Ooh, that is
Coming over here, I see a guy I'm going to try to team up with. Okay, I'm going to be behind the tent from these other dudes.
Okay. As you turn and move away, this goblin lunges out and slashes towards your midsection. It's a 23 to hit.
Well, that'll hit.
And that is 7 points of damage.
Take it.
It sort
Okay.
of screeches gleefully.
I pass.
Awesome. Goblins of Townsfolk. Now that brings us back around to the top of the order, Ashwind.
Alright. I am going to. So. I'm still a little confused about the Papa or Baba person over
Baba
here.
Broom. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna move 5 real quick to get closer to them.
Okay.
And so they didn't respond to me talking to them. I know this is like pretty obscure, but can I play my pan flute at them? 'Cause apparently I have a pan flute.
Yeah, absolutely. What the heck? Where'd he go?
Nyum.
Oh, he ran away. He got scurred. Not you. How did this? That's crazy, man. Why all this?
What? What's going on?
I don't know.
He
It's
was
like,
startled by my
that's-
pan
I
flute
recognize
skills.
that.
It's just bizarre. Yeah, I have no idea. I brought another.
Sorry, guys. I
little
watched
token.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure earlier.
That's
It's
all
my
right.
fault.
Need to apologize for that. Ever. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you don't know if it's perhaps he didn't hear. Perhaps he's very much absorbed in this goblin he's engaged, and you can
How fucking
Here's-
big is this dude?
he's not very big. Baba Broom is about 5'3" and about 128 pounds.
He's in the huge size category.
Compared to the goblins.
Wait, what happened when I played my pan flute?
Oh, what are you attempting to do exactly? What's your goal with playing the pen?
I don't know. I just want to see how it reacts to my pan flute.
I guess.
Oh, okay. Haha! Just what we need, a tune. And you know,
Hey, I
you
actually
can see
have a
him
pan flute.
reach out and
I actually have a pan flute. Hold on.
sort of bounces
Oh, no.
with the melody you're making a bit, and like makes his sort of strike and riposte with this goblin in rhythm.
Let me get my saxophone.
Here's my makeshift pan flute.
Zamfir himself.
I am so immersed. It's like I'm there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It looks pretty
very
strange.
fancy skills.
Michael G. Borden.
So yeah, you slip in. You're
Forget it.
playing your pan flute, and yeah, he just sort of cuts his eyes towards you without taking his attention from the goblin too much, and just laughs and says, "Yes, we need music for this dance."
Damn.
Okay then.
Like sort of somewhere between the bartender or hall keeper for the meat hall and like the square idiot.
Okay, well, I can't get this guy to talk to me since there's a goblin here, so I better deal with the goblin. Focus on move 5 and then do my flurry of blows.
Wait, didn't you already pull out and play your pan flute? How are you able to do this?
Oh, right. Oh no.
That's a
Well,
good
I
call.
can.
That would take your action to play that flute.
Right. I'm gonna. Can I do a key point to do a to make it?
Yeah.
My...
To use bonus action, you need to have done an attack.
Have done it what?
You have to have done an attack to get a bonus attack.
Oh, okay.
That's how the feature works.
Okay. Well, now I guess I'm just standing here next to this guy, looking like a fool. With my pan flute.
As
And
you step up into like combat range with this goblin, Baba laughs and just says, "Yes! Just wipe these things from our square, and then the town."
oh, okay. Well, I guess. I mean,
Yeah. Are there any other like what bonus actions or anything like that you can use, or is that
I mean,
Ash's turn?
I think I mean, I can't. I haven't attacked, so I don't have a bonus attack. But I think I'm done now.
Okay. All right. Next in the order is Arcola.
All right. Where I am, is there any coal near me?
No.
Like on the ground, where one of these vendor market stalls tents.
Now, before all this dust, it was a fairly well swept and well tended square.
So there's no coal.
Mm-mm.
Right. Okay.
There's a lot of canvas and wood from the tents and
All right.
stalls
Well,
and
I'll
awnings.
just pull out a piece of coal from my pocket.
Okay.
Component pouches count towards, like, I could get in with. Okay. Anyway. So, pull out a piece of coal and start walking over towards these goblins, making sure that I am seen by them,
Okay.
and like forcefully, I don't know, trudging through every step, trying to make myself as intimidating as possible, brandishing my sickle, which is adorned in brambles and like bones, whatever.
Nice.
And I'm gonna cast darkness centered on myself.
Okay. So as you step up menacingly, at first, when they see you moving toward them, they kind of grin gleefully, and their sharp, broken teeth sort of,
I'll just crush
standing
them.
out. And then as you get closer, the menace sort of begins to take hold. You can make an intimidation check as you drop this globe of darkness on them, and that'll be a free
Oh
action.
no! There's more.
Okay, cool.
When the cloud of darkness fans out, I will just say in as guttural as possible, "Face your deliverance."
Do you say it in common, or do you happen to speak Goblin?
No, it's in common.
Okay.
So, you want me to roll intimidation?
Yeah, please.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Got a 19.
Very good.
I'm not proficient in it. Also, my charisma isn't that good.
That's all right. It's a good roll. Okay. Yeah, you hear like a
But
guttural
I can
whimper
see.
from one of them.
I can see in magical darkness, by the way.
Awesome. Yeah, you can see them both start. One of them's head kind of jerks back and forth to the side. You hear a guttural whimper from one of them, and a low, a feeble growl from the other.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Next
that is everything. My plan was if they try to run away, I can, help them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Deliverance.
Sweet.
What can you do if they run away?
Opportunity attack.
Can
Well,
you see them if you're in darkness?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see magical darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. However, they are able to slip away without provoking attacks of opportunity.
With what? A bonus action?
As a
Oh yeah, don't they have like
goblins.
nimble escape or something?
Yeah, they do. They can hide and
Isn't that
disengage.
Like a player trait from goblins? Or can all of them do it?
Yeah, they can all do that.
Cool. The risk I took was calculated, but man, I'm bad at math.
No. It's still good. At least like you're keeping them engaged. They're not killing any defenseless people or kidnapping any children or whatever the hell these things are doing. So next in the order is running. Running.
My turn already.
Yes, sir.
Wow, so much is happening. I suppose I will. What's this? Does the spear have reach? I don't even know.
No, you can throw it, but no.
I think I'll poke this guy with a pointy stick.
All right.
I'm gonna come over here, but before I do, with
You're
my
in the
magic
darkness.
spear, I would like to also, if D&D Beyond would be so kind. So, magic weapon is concentration. Son of a. Okay.
You can still attack while concentrating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I wanted to do a different thing as well. But I'm still at disadvantage.
Yeah, because darkness.
No. Oh, are they in darkness as well?
Yeah, he just threw
No,
a globe of
you're
darkness.
within the radius of my darkness, so
Yeah.
What is the radius? 'Cause
As
it's not
you're-
showing on the screen.
it's 15 sphere.
Oh, so I can't see them anyway.
Oh yeah,
That's
I'm
something
gonna go ahead and put it up on the.
Let me undo that then. I'm not doing that. I don't want to walk over into a darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to move myself, but I can't for some reason.
You are under my control now.
Okay, here we go. I'm back to here. I guess I'm just. There's two guys in darkness. There's a monk down there.
Pretty sure you were here.
I'm going back up. I'm ready to attack again.
Okay.
If I can do it. Here we go.
Sorry,
Oh, I
my
don't even need to go
computer
anymore.
is
You
just
know what I'll do?
freezing up for the moment.
This is not working. I can't grab myself. All I can grab is the mouse.
Is that beard real or is it digital?
No, it's a digital beard.
I was like, it looks really nice,
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
but if
Except that I can.
it's fake.
Looks great, but it's fake.
Fake as fuck. Your Jordans are fake.
They're so fake.
I don't know, whatever. So, yeah.
So yeah, you can just see this like bubble of darkness around him.
One of these dudes.
They cast what?
Blindness.
Okay. Which one?
I'm gonna do it on the one that's to the left.
Okay. Ooh, he failed a saving throw with a 5.
But he's blind,
Okay.
and I believe this ends my poison.
Yes.
Fine. I will just be happy that he's blind and I'm not poisoned, and I will stay about there. Okay, I pass.
The goblin, brings its arm up to it, trying to rub its eyes with its forearm and its bicep, and sort of stumbles back away from you, shouting in its native language, sort of casting its voice over its shoulder, perhaps at the. Let me get rid of that. The robed goblin. The other one darts in between the two tents and slashes at Running for a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Max damage, 8 points of damage.
Great. I was hoping for. I wanted some damage.
Just what I was waiting for.
I've got him right where I want him now.
Stabbed. Wait, are you on the goblin?
The goblin, the robed goblin, steps forward again, pointing with its staff, touching the amulet at its chest, and once more points at Running. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, go away. I should have made him deaf. That's what I should have done. Oh well.
Ooh, my bad. I accidentally rolled Rush of the Gale Spirits. Just ignore that.
Okay.
'Cause I'm accident-
Ignored.
You will not do it again.
Oh, nice.
Do not.
Nice.
Still deciding on character rules.
Sweet. You take 3 points of damage, and you are no lingering effects.
Boy. I could definitely do Kratos. Boy.
Boy,
Boy.
try harder.
Try hard. I thought you were
Ah!
So, Arcola, one of the goblins engaged with you. The one, the one that whimpered, steps back, crouches down and darts back.
Hey, wait, is it his turn?
Yes, after Runnin's turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did he use the feature?
absolutely.
Ah, okay.
It'd be foolish of them not to.
Well, goblins aren't exactly the wisest creatures.
Well, that is true. But that's sort of ingrained. They might not be smart enough to get out of the darkness.
Fast.
But I would expect them to be smart enough to...
I mean, he's not.
The self-preservation. So they each step back. Actually, no, the one that you walked up to, it goes ahead and slashes with disadvantage.
Just wildly, like, you could hear my breathing, and he's
Yeah.
like terrified.
Yeah, you can hear it sort of go... slashing wildly for a 17 and a natural 20. At disadvantage, that is a 17.
Well, get me.
So it manages to slash you across the belly, perhaps a bit diagonally, cuts down to your thigh for 5 points of damage.
Oh no. Whatever will I do? By the way, my AC is 10.
Yeah. So the goblin engaged with Baba and Ash. Sort of its eyes dart back and forth between you, and it slashes out at Ash with its scimitar for a 12 to hit,
Nope.
and then it disengages.
Haha.
Anti-goblin dare attack me.
What?
Yeah, it just sort of makes it as it's darting between the cart and the wagon, or the cart and the tent, some of the other stalls. You can see it as it's, becomes just a blur in the dust. You can kind of see its head darting around as if trying to find any of its comrades. Baba turns to Ash. Probably looks up at Ash. He's, like I said, he's only 5'3", and you can just see everything about him just straining for every bit of height he has, as if he's, there's a manner from him, like he's pretending to himself that he's, just as tall, or like he's meeting you with sort of eye to eye or whatever it says. Ah, well met, good friend. Let's forward after these things, shall we? And sort of kind of skips, a little skip step until it gets to about here, and then darts after in between this wagon and this tent. And now you can make out that the weapon that it had is this long basically it's a cask knife or a keg knife used to like cut wax layers off of certain types of spirits and wines when they're barreled up. It sort of looks like a scimitar, but there's a handle on the other end that you would use to hold both handles and like cut through a wedge of cheese with the wax on top of a cask. And he's sort of just wielding it like a scimitar, and he brings it up whirling over his head as he rounds the corner and slashes at the goblin in front of him. The goblin throws itself to the side, narrowly parries it with that notched, rusted scimitar. And let's see here, top of the order, Ash.
Alright, so that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So for my first thing, I use, what was it? Yes, so I'm going to unarmed, wait, yes, I'm going to unarmed strike the one with the bow and arrow.
Okay.
So that would be strike,
You have disadvantage.
which is,
If I'm correct, assuming that he just moved into my darkness. he
let's
has
roll the
disadvantage.
14.
You have disadvantage.
Yeah, as you all, as you know, as you're coming down the south toward these goblins, you know, there's this half globe of darkness over this whole area. It's just like an impenetrable dome of inky blackness.
Oh, yes. Here, let me re-roll that. The disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, just roll that d20 again.
And here's it with disadvantage. Wait, should I do it with disadvantage or just another d20 disadvantage?
I would just, it's quicker usually just to roll it again and compare.
Alright.
No need to go through toggling and everything.
Super quick.
Right?
Well, that's still 14.
Yeah, it's so slow popping up. Oh, I got a 15 over here. Okay, so yeah, 14. So yeah, you plunge into this just pitch darkness, absolute void of light. But in your mind, you still have the position of this goblin. And you step in, you can tell that it's moved by its breathing, and you just unleash a strike on it. And you manage to connect. Let's see here. You can hear a "Pah!" as you knock the wind out of this thing. You can hear it doesn't. You don't hear it hit the ground. You can tell that it's still moving, sort of struggling back, trying to defend itself and trying to catch its breath.
Okay. Then, here.
Don't you get a bonus attack?
Yeah, so for my bonus attack, I'm gonna unarmed strike them again, because apparently he didn't get the message
He
here.
didn't. He
So
did
I'm
not.
gonna do it with disadvantage.
Stubborn goblin.
Yeah, so here's actually with disadvantage.
Okay.
He didn't get the message.
He didn't get the memo.
He didn't die. Let me rephrase that.
Just like puts ink on his fist. Let me rephrase.
Yeah, I forgot to ink stamp your fist before you hit him.
Postal stamps.
There you go. That, you can feel free to describe that as you dispatch this creature.
No, it's at disadvantage.
Oh, is
I
it?
did.
Oh, apologies. Oh yeah,
I did
absolutely
do
not.
Yeah, but it's a 9.
My fault. It missed. I was too quick. Let's add that guy
I mean,
back
you
in.
wouldn't want to spend like 1,000 key points to raise that, right?
I don't have 1,000 key points.
Right.
Yeah, but you do have your mom's credit card number.
So true.
So your second blow catches air as the creature sort of scuttles back from you.
Darn goblin!
That was you. Why are you letting him?
But you have another attack.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he has two. He gets 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, he's yeah. Most-
Okay.
That was just the bonus attack attached to the first attack.
Okay, well I'm gonna attack him with an unarmed strike again!
That's with your flurry of blows? Key point?
No, it's just another attack.
Okay,
It's
right on.
extra attack.
Nice.
Here's another
Then
unarmed
your flurry
strike.
of blows option. Nice.
This one doesn't cost key points.
He's not getting the message.
Neither are you. Alright.
Come on, hit it.
Not.
Where's this roll? You need to be at disadvantage. Oh, well, 10.
That is not quite enough to hit this creature. Like I said, they do have. Oh no, this one is. Oh, this one is unarmored. The archers have no armor whatsoever.
You
And,
can. Don't you have the thing where you can spend key points to
Shush.
raise?
No, that's a hit.
Oh, it's a hit.
Yeah,
Aha!
I sort of tailor all my creatures a little bit. I roll all their hit points at the beginning, and I try to vary them from like just what's in the monster manual. So these archers this archer and the other one that you saw don't have any sort of armor.
I got him with the thesis statement.
Where are you guys rolling?
They're using Beyond and rolling over into roll 20.
Yeah, okay, where are you seeing it?
In roll 20.
Yeah, but what?
In the chat window. You look over in the
chat window?
yeah.
Oh, launch game. Oh.
Ah, yeah, in the game.
Music. Ow.
Oh yeah, so settings cog, you can turn that down.
I don't have music.
Off.
Oh, there it is. My music was broken. This whole time we've had music, huh?
Oh,
Great.
Area of effect. I didn't know that.
So did he die?
Oh god, the music. Love it.
Let's see here. Hold on just a moment.
Silence!
Let's see here.
Stop being happy.
How's that guy still alive? He's
Yes,
just
he is.
a... Oh,
Damn it.
stupid archer. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, you can feel free to describe that if you like. Ashwind? Ashwind?
Yes.
Get your name right.
As my final blow is directed towards him, before it even connects, he knows he is doomed.
There's a rush of wind.
Yeah. He falls back
Is it actually?
onto a barrel of hay and says, and he looks me in the eye and says,
Ah, yes. My famous catchphrase.
Of course, he looked you in the eye in complete darkness.
Yeah.
He gazed into darkness, and you just know he's gazing at you.
yes.
See, killing someone is an intimate exchange that happens there.
It turns out he was glancing at the wrong direction. He was looking at like some random thing. He wasn't even looking at my eyes. He just thought he was.
He gazed at a tent flap and died.
Yeah, but you can both you can hear this goblin's body hit the ground, and it's arrow clattering
the
along.
floor.
Yeah, and you can hear his weapons clatter to the side, and a sharp intake of breath from its companion. Any other actions for Ashwind?
You still have some movement left if you don't want to be in darkness, but maybe you want to stay there. I don't know.
Yes. Right.
Hey, if you don't do that, I can do something cool.
Oh, okay. I want to see something cool.
Oh, you won't see anything, that's the point.
Alright, well,
The player will,
hmm.
but not the character.
It's your
Well, I guess you've communicated that something is gonna happen on your part that we won't be able to tell, but that sounds mildly interesting.
Yeah,
So,
Arcola, do you give any sort of verbal warning or ask them to stay there or anything?
98% chance that you will not be harmed.
Oh, that seems really
By
good.
me.
That's,
Well,
you tied that up with a bow. That's great.
I am not nice.
no, those are pretty good odds, I think. I'm not very good with odds.
Harm or something cool? I'll take those chances any day. Alright, whose turn is it next?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna move over here so that you can do something cool if I'm like next to you. I don't know, some things need that. I don't know. And
Well,
I shall
just
stay.
that fucks every. Come on, dude.
Okay, never mind. I move back.
I need to access that goblin.
Perfect. Alright, we're good.
All right.
Okay.
Next in the order, Arcola.
Thank you.
If
You
this
are-
kills me, I'm gonna be so mad.
How am I gonna kill you? Actually, how can I not? Anyway, don't worry.
Surprisingly hard by 6th level to one-shot anybody.
So, Ash and the goblin next to me hear nothing but loud stomps, heavy breathing, kind of stagnated, like growling. And Ash, you hear it getting closer to you.
Ah!
And I'm gonna take my sickle and I will embed it directly into the down goblin's chest
Okay.
while saying, "Run from death. It finds you all the same."
Then what happens?
And then my turn ends.
Glug, glug, glug.
What? Did you just raise dead?
No, I just stabbed the dead goblin.
Okay.
Because
All right. Next in the order, running.
he ran from death. He deserves to die.
Okay.
Also, the goblin still has no fucking idea what's happening.
Goblin next to you is pretty confused.
I imagine he's shitting himself. What are you doing?
So yeah, run in.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Now that I've waited all this time with this spear, I'm gonna finally try to use it and watch me miss. But I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay.
I am gonna take one shot with a spear at the goblin in front of me. Oh, that looks good. For the worst damage roll in the history of damage rolls with a spear.
That's okay. I haven't rolled its hit points yet, so let's compare.
Compare sizes.
Good lord, seriously? Did I seriously? Oh, that's the damage. Okay. 6.
Yeah, you lunge forward. The goblin tries to deflect the spear tip with its scimitar, but it just the strength of your blow sort of drives its scimitar a little bit out of the way, and you're able to catch it like in its shoulder, and sort of dig into its torso and pull it back.
Ash, what do you?
This sort of blackish green blood on the tip of it, and a smell of like sour milk kind of comes with it. The creature groans, kind of shrinks around its wound, tucks up its shield a bit, and it's obviously sort of cringing. Its shoulders are high up, but it raises its blade as if to threaten, and it looks very hurt, but it is still standing.
How words, what emotions? How's it feel?
Well, that was very uneventful. That was like the worst damage roll ever. Come on.
So sorry, bud.
Okay. I'm gonna be changing it up, so I might as well change it up now. I guess, I think I'm gonna drop the magic weapon business, and instead I'm gonna cast a bonus action here.
Let's go try on my last spear then.
Did you factor the magic weapon into the weapon damage there on that last roll?
I think I did, because I made it a +1 spear.
Okay.
So, do I know anything about goblins? You said I know some things about goblins. Would I know if they have a particular aversion to cold, necrotic, or radiant damage, for example?
They do not, as far as you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, we will stick with radiant, because there's evil, nasty things.
Seems fair.
So, this roll isn't worth anything. I'm just letting you know this isn't. There's no reason that the roll happened, but
Okay.
I'm casting Spirit Shroud, so as I do damage of any kind within 10 feet of me, it's going to deal damage. Okay.
All right.
So it's as long as I maintain this. You know how Spirit Shroud works?
Actually, no. For some reason, it's not letting me bring up the.
Here, I'll put it in the here.
There we go. Thank you. Let's read it.
Give me a high five, bro.
So
Awesome.
I'm setting it as
Yo, why are my
radiant.
ears like that?
Okay, cool.
Because you're dumb.
Sweet.
Also, move back to where you were.
Yeah, so that was it. I hit it and then I switched it up. I now have a regular spear, but I've got Spirit Shroud on. And I'll just stand my ground. I'm good.
All right. Very good. The goblin, has, like I said, it has its sword sort of raised high to threaten, and it just sort of stomps a couple of times, trying to get you to, trying to fake you out or whatever, and it just lunges forward with a downwards overhand chop toward your head.
Tomahawk chop.
You're able to
Blow.
step back, and the blow just cuts air, misses you by several inches.
Yep. Inches always help.
What she said.
Thank. He explained my joke, everybody.
You hear a grunt and some clipped guttural words from the robed goblin, shouting at the other armored goblin. Hits him on the shoulder with his stick. The goblin sort of stumbles in your direction. Sort of slips around its friend, listening, and then just like really quickly kind of lashes out, trying to cut at you. And it comes nowhere near you. You don't even have to move. You just watch the blade slash and hit nothing. It's sort of creatures clearly, can't see what the hell it's doing.
Yo.
The goblin once more touches its amulet, raises its staff, and points it toward you. This time, a shaft of lurid
Counterspell.
neon green light flies out the end of it.
Counterspell.
Yeah?
Counterspell.
Alright,
Fuck that magic.
cool. So the way I work counterspell a little bit differently, you can make an arcana check.
Me knowing what magic items do makes it so I can counterspell?
No, it's more than knowing what magic items do. It's understanding how magic works, and it's the skill of magic, where the spells are the results of those skills. Arcana is the skill that makes you understand it. So that's how I work, sort of like penetrating other people's magics. If someone's got, a non-detection and someone else is trying to scry them, that's one of the ways that I use to just sort of make it more nuanced instead of just like...
Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad I
but-
don't actually have counterspell.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, you don't have counterspell?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, I counterspell.
Aren't you a fucking... Oh yeah, you're a cleric.
No, I don't have counterspell. I was just saying it because you said it. Because anyone can say it then.
So this bright
Ashwin.
shaft of like
Bright
glaring green energy, it just fills the air. It cuts right past your head. There's this sort of wet, sort of smacking noise that comes from it, and then it vanishes as if this creature's attack.
He shot it at me
Misses
and
you.
missed?
Yes.
How do we know he missed? What did he roll?
Oh, I didn't tell you what he rolled. Actually, he rolled a 2 on the die to hit you.
Good lord.
So yeah, totally missed you.
He missed.
Yeah, real bad. So we're a few minutes toward the end of the session. So I'm going to start to wrap it up here. So you all continue to fight and drive these creatures down and back, killing some of them, saving other townsfolk, and rather quickly sort of stabilize this area and collect, people start collecting the wounded. You start speaking with some of the the shopkeepers and such. There's a little bit of a calm. You can still hear fighting on other streets and to the north of you.
So wait, we're just wrapping this whole combat up.
Yep. Yeah, we're
Okay,
coming
well
toward the end of the session.
I have spare the dying, if that helps.
Okay.
I had all sorts of stuff I planned on doing, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I, but
Yeah.
I kind of
Apologies. We're
had
just coming up
I
toward the end
had
of
this
time,
whole
but
thing set up with Ash that was like, oh yeah, this is me and this is how I work, and don't fuck with me. Well,
if you all want to get together again and do this, I'm doing this every 2 weeks on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, and I might start doing it on Monday or Tuesday evening. So if we can all get together again, we can continue the session from here. I'm totally happy to do that.
I'd like to do that because I want to scare the shit out of Ash.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yes.
Well, cool. Let's after the session, let's just talk in Arealm Discord and see if we can coordinate our schedules and get a day that.
I'm gonna screenshot so we remember.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you all. I've got let's see here. I usually like to just get feedback from everybody, give everybody a chance to talk about the session or whatever. So, Ash, do you have any feedback, positive, negative, about the session tonight?
I felt the campaign was good, but I feel like Arealm is pretty buggy
Mm-hmm.
for the most part.
Yeah,
But,
totally.
Besides that, it was pretty fun.
Cool. Thanks. What about you, Arcola?
I don't know. I came like an hour late.
Cool.
I
What's
mean,
your-
I've
yeah.
used Arealm before, but it's just normal that it's bugging out a lot.
Yeah.
The game was neat, except for the fact that this fucking goblin takes up like 2 spaces, and maybe you could do to shrink down the player dies. Because this rogue like everywhere.
Oh, big. Yeah.
Big boy.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. I appreciate that feedback. Thanks, bud. How about you, Ronan? Any feedback?
Just call me Bud.
I did. Call everybody bud.
So my feedback would be, it was from my experience. I just need to shrink my hood. Hold on. Oh, this looks good. Oh, that looks lovely. So my experience was it was very much marked by technical difficulties. You seem great. I think if we were playing live on a table or on something that worked well,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be really fun to play with.
It'd be poggers.
Okay.
It would be poggers. But I tell you, like, just not being able to ping, not being able to draw, not knowing who we're
Yeah.
talking about half the time.
Yeah.
The trouble with getting Arcola, getting him just to be able to see what the hell was going on.
Yeah, totally.
That really interferes. I mean, technology is supposed to not be obvious. It's supposed to become background to the experience. And in this experience, it was absolutely the most foreground. It was all about that Arealm doesn't work well.
Yeah.
And so it looks like it could be cool
Mhm.
one day. But like, I mean, if I was like the DM, I'd be like, I'm never freaking using Arealm again. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And like maybe on different days it works differently, but
It's
for
definitely
today-
worked better in the past. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
no, I don't doubt it. I don't think you'd be using it if you'd used it before and it worked like this.
Yeah.
But this
yeah.
was, I mean, I can't. The most basic thing of being able to ping and being able to indicate what you're pointing at
Right.
virtually is a really important feature. So
Yeah.
that
Critical.
aside, I mean, the bulk of the experience was Arealm not working well. But when the DMing was happening, you're awesome. You're really fun.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very fun, and I think one thing that comes through about you is you've clearly got the experience that there's an authority. When you say, hey, I'm doing this, I mean, Arcola obviously challenged you a couple of times on a few things,
Happens.
but like at the end of the day, even when he challenged you, you're like, well, yeah, this is how I do it. And you kind of, when you hear someone say that, you're like, okay, well, that's how he does it. Done.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate the confidence that comes from your experience. It's obvious you have experience. So
I was just pointing out like mechanics.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I
you
get
always
that.
should. I mean, I've been DMing one campaign for a year and a half, and my players will still like question occasionally if a mechanic, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and if I'm not, I'll justify it.
Totally. Totally.
You know,
Yeah.
but I definitely get a confidence. I would be confident having you as a DM generally. That comes through.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean that's it. I just it seems like you're really working with Arealm and the developers, and they I hope they pay you or they give you some real good something, because man, I wouldn't go near this for another year.
Yeah. Yeah. The last update worked a lot differently. You could the last time I really used it, you could ping on the map. It was a lot easier to bring
Yeah.
your own tokens in and stuff like that. So yeah, it just seems like they changed something, and it does, and then it messed up something else, and they're like, okay, well, let's focus on developing this part for. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think if I do use it again, I'm going to sit and play with it and just find out what it does really well and what's fun about it, and then use Roll20 for everything else. But that's again if they can bring down the. Yeah, it really eats up the CPU. That's the other thing. My computer is
Yeah,
like
it's
really
intense.
warm. Yeah, it's really intense. So
I mean, I'll confess to you, I'm starting a business for dungeon masters to get paid,
hmm
and to make a living as DMs, and I am shopping different systems. And like, I was interested. What's Arealm? Let's
Yeah.
see what that's like. And I'm just like, that's not it.
Gotcha.
We're not using that.
Right. Yeah. Not now anyway.
Not now.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
That's funny.
yeah. So next time we get together, if we're using this, it's either going to be if it works or just using it for the AR stuff, which is kind of really the only thing that's really stands out to me about it or whatever. I like that
If
they're
they
trying
can
to.
get the CPU usage down, the AR stuff is fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
certainly is fun to put that crap on you. Obviously, they've got placeholders in here, like, only 6 choices on the facial stuff. Obviously, that can grow. There's a ton of room to grow this, and that is fun. Every player, I don't think there's a person that wouldn't enjoy being able to. I mean, Snapchat, right? I mean, this is
Yeah.
basically doing like Snapchat filters for Dungeons
Totally.
and Dragons.
Yeah, yeah.
And that stuff is a blast, and it has a ton of room to be engaging and fun. But it should not get to the point where it takes away from the experience. So they're trying to get a map to work with it. And
Yeah.
they're trying to get functionality.
The map had worked previously. Like I said,
Yeah.
it worked a lot better.
And
It
for
was
my
usable.
2 cents worth, if you're going to talk to developers, it's probably too late to convince them of this. But I think it is a fool's errand to try to build a character builder into the system when D&D Beyond already is so good.
Right. They should just,
Like,
I think,
just use D&D
connectivity.
Beyond,
hmm
use the Chrome extension, and just connect your APIs, and just let D&D Beyond roll into Arealm. Forget building a character builder. You don't need it. It's already been done as good as it needs to be.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're interested, I will link a survey in chat. It's like I think it's like 5 or 6 questions about Arealm if you're interested in putting any of that stuff in there.
Sure, I'll give that feedback, and I just think focus on the more. My biggest, aside from make it work better, is just make the chat window go away. Like I'm sitting here, there's no window on the right that I want open while I'm playing,
Yeah, you don't need that.
unless the chat window becomes relevant, like has roles in it. Oh, it had a role in it. What was that?
Yeah,
How
if
did
you
Ashwind roll a d20? What
so
was that?
the
He
bottom.
rolled a d20. Okay. All right. Nice beard. Yeah, sheesh. Yeah, so if this was actually capturing dice rolls from somewhere other than just... I mean, it's cool to just use dice. I get it. It's like tabletop oriented.
Sure. But
But,
yeah, beyond connectivity would be really great.
Connect Beyond and then I would have the chat window open and I'd have a reason to have it. But if you don't
Right.
have that, get that thing closed. Give us more real estate on the screen.
Yeah, totally. Well, yeah. So I would like to get together again, play with y'all again. This was great. Also, I am a professional GM. I've got about 30 years experience. I've also got a psychology background and stuff like that. So if you're looking for other GMs, maybe we can talk at some point. If you are
I'll talk to you offline. What is your real name?
Gerald.
Gerald. Let's chat offline. We can have a short meeting, and I can introduce you to what I'm trying to do and see if it interests you.
Okay.
But I've got about 5 or 6 DMs that are going to be starting this thing with me. I think I have a really novel idea that I think is going to be extremely marketable, and I've already got the domain and the website. I'm getting the LLC put together